Hello, survivors! Hello! How is it going, guys? I am having some mouse issues today, where basically my mouse is cutting out. I have ordered a new one, it is arriving tomorrow. But if I suddenly go quiet for like 30 seconds, it's probably because my mouse is cut out. Because I have a push to talk button on my mouse. I know I could probably change it in the meantime. Something on my keyboard. But generally anything I change it to could potentially do something in the game, so yeah. Yeah. You hit the like already, thank you very much. I'm gonna bring up the stream on a second. Hey, we got 8 likes, including myself. Cheeky extra one on top. Thank you very much for the likes. Who we got in chat? We've got Jays, Alexander, Wavy, Galaxy. Well, thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Hope you're all doing well. I'm doing good. Thank you very much for asking. With the subs. I'm doing good. Can't complain. Good day. It's alright, you know. Had a bit of a hailstorm earlier in the UK for about 20 minutes. I was like, damn, that's heavy rain. Opened my front door. Felt like someone was knocking on my door. I opened my front door. It's these little tiny mini hailstones. I was like, wow. Wow, then. Lovely jubbly. It is what it is, but it was a bit damn though. Who else we got here? We've got Regular Dude, Duck, Zaid. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. Anyone here from Weekly? We do have a transfer section on my Discord. There is a link in the description of my video. What's up, Ash? First like and hi. Hello. Thank you very much for the like. Thank you very much for the first like. You're going to hopefully have a lot of likes stacked on your shoulders. You're going to have to be very strong. Hold all those likes above your head. Who is doing this event? I'm not. Oh, definitely doing the event. You do everything, guys. You don't have to necessarily spend on every event, but you should do everything. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps. I kind of think I need to spend my stuff for this black market event that's been going on. I haven't been spending anything. This one. I've got 2,700. I've been pretty relaxed on it. Not been going too mental with it. I don't really care about any of the characters, unfortunately. Like, I've got all these, or I've got the ones I want anyway. They don't give that many cards anyway. Yeah. It's a shame Eugene's there. If it was a different character, I would have gone for it maybe. I think I'm just going to go for this. 30,000. I mean, it's not even that many. That's the problem. The gear, I don't think is that many. One piece. Doesn't seem like anything here is like spectacular value. The 6 stars aren't very good for me. Don't need Lilith or Ulysses. Like, there isn't anything that's like real headline grab for me. But looking at the shards again, I might actually just go for Wangfar. Oops, wrong crate. 60. How many of those can I get? 3. 180 shards. It's not really that much, is it? I'm just going to go for this. Because in this region especially, I'm in so much trouble. We're going to pick up some army tokens. And the rest of it is just, I mean, the rest of it's not really that great for me. Like this region, after getting that 18,000, I think I'm on like 60. Something like that, maybe even less. Let's have a little look. Where is it? They're not here anymore? I was pretty sure they were in here. 70. There you go. I mean, I can barely 5-star one weapon, and I can't really 5-star one weapon. I did submit an idea a couple of weeks ago about a potential token to 5-star a weapon just instantly without needing 50,000 tokens, so that they could give them out in events rather than giving out 50,000 armory tokens. Because I think 50,000 armory tokens they value really high when it comes to upgrades, but it's valued quite low when it comes to actually upgrading a weapon. Like, I think they made upgrading a weapon to 5-star just too expensive. They don't even value the armory tokens that high for 5-star weapons. But if they do an actual token to 5-star weapon instantly, I think that'd be pretty good. We're gonna do the ultra rare map. Just breeze on through. I have opened all of my crates pretty much as well, so my inventory is nice and empty. Got all my bennies out. All the bennies out. What else have we got in here? I'm not gonna pay for anything for it. Just going to doing it for free period cards. Is that the 1,000 box? You're talking about the cards event. What's up, Andre? Miguel, what up? Yeet. What's your team grade? I'm not sure. I think I've hit like S19, no, S18 or S17 plus for the multiplier. But anything over S10, I think max multiplier. I can't really remember. It's good, but not strong enough. It's good, but not strong enough. What's up, Kilo Plays, Monolith, Uncle Porkins? You were very early. Nice. Thank you very much for joining in. What's up, David Fisk? How you doing, man? Stepsis. Who else we got? Weasel. When is the update coming out, Lockdown? It's in beta right now. We're going to actually go on to beta. I'm going to show you it live, and then that way you can ask me, can you check this out, Lockdown? Can you check this out, Lockdown? And I'll do it for you live on stream just to see what you're talking about. Because I did get some requests on my video, and it was really small things, nothing really like important, but it was just like, can this happen? Can that happen? It's like, I mean, okay, I can check it out on live stream. It's all good. It's been lovely up north. Oh. It's gonna get really, really humid today because it's been hailing earlier on, and the sun's now blasting. So it's like, yeah, nice one. So I came in blasting. Look, this event is too grindy for a free-to-play, you know. Lilly would be fine addition to my team. You just do the daily remap twice. That's all you have to really do. Hit 1.1 million 3 times, I believe they said, and then hit the top raid milestone twice in 4 weeks. That doesn't seem that bad. Personally, to get Lilly, that seems pretty legit. I'm not sure if you can get much more than Lilly though. Like you can't. I don't think you can get the 6k crate from grinding. Like if you hit everything, I don't think you could get the 6k crate. I think that's pretty much a spender's crate, unfortunately, or fortunately. I mean, I think the best way they could have done it, something there would make it like 20% of the value, 20% of the amount of cards in there, so people could just pick and choose a little bit as well. But I think they wanted to keep it as a spender's crate. I think that was their idea. Thanks, Nathan. It's going alright. It's going alright. Hope you're okay as well. I want the car. Alright. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you should have had a breakdown on the crate. Like, I only need 2,800 and something cards of Rick now, and it has like 5,600 in there. So I wouldn't even claim Rick if I got him because it would just seem like such a waste to get another nearly 3k cards on top of what I actually need. I would have gone for like the Gentleman or something, I think. I got Diego from the black market. Have you opened that crate or have you got all the tunes? I do not have Diego, but I don't really think he's worthwhile. He's not going to really make a difference to my teams. The only thing he could potentially do is be a leader for tough and strong. But I don't really have any strong damages. There aren't even any that exist. I don't even think there any exist that were primo characters. I think every single strong character has either been a tank or like a bleed or a controlling character or something like that, you know, or like a medic. There's been no like Gentleman, or there's been no Priya, there's been no Arab. There's no character like that in strong, and so that leader just doesn't appeal to me. I do have Diego in my other region, but I don't use him. And he seemed to go focused a lot. I noticed he got focused a lot. It really annoyed me. Like I had a decked out Priya and Princess in the same team, and they just, oh, we're just gonna wreck your Diego turn 1, have fun. Obviously they can do that because they're S-class characters. It's just really annoying. Why can't I transform tunes into trainers? I'm in beta 2. You can do it in beta. You just can't do it in your main region yet. It's not live in main yet. There are certain functions that they'll never, like beta people will get like visual upgrades, like your dossiers will look different, but you won't get actual gameplay changes until the actual main update drops. You think we can get the 6,000 card box without spending a lot? No, maybe not spending a lot, but you can't get it without spending, from what I understand. You'd have to calculate it, but I'm pretty sure you can't. What's up, Just Cat? Thank you very much for tuning in. I've just been claiming Mercer. In 1 week, I've got 5k cards. I had 0 last week. Yeah, I mean, any character that's in, like, war, dailies, and like part of every single event, you're going to be able to get quick. Mercer right now is one of the fastest characters you can get. I think the fastest character you can get right this second, like if you would just like to come in with 0 cards for any particular character right this second, it would be Princess. Because she's in the season store as well, you're going to get 25% of the character instantly. She's just everywhere, you know? I need to raid. I waited for the live stream, but so lazy these past days. Took last week off since it was all solo. Yeah, I mean, I've been pretty low-key. I didn't even realize the raid event started. And this is something that has happened quite consistently with raid event, because the timer doesn't show up properly. Because it shows the arena timer always. It always shows the arena timer unless it's in the last 24 hours of raid, I think. Or the last 8 hours or something like that. Like right now, if we go to the time on the left-hand side, it says versus, and it shows it's 4 hours, 32 minutes. But that's arena. I didn't even realize raid started because it didn't. I don't think the pop-up happened for the start of the event, and you can see it's got 1 day. Like they need to have something else on here, like the timer at the top as well, or maybe like an icon in the top left-hand corner, like to show the raid. I don't know, something to at least signify that there is a raid tournament going on, because right now it doesn't show it unless you expand. I've hit most of my milestones. I think I need to hit 1 more milestone on both regions. I think you have to hit top milestone twice during the entire event, and then you can get Lilly. That's how many king cards you need. Let's calculate. 30. Yeah. That's 50. And you did 100. You need 100 of these. So if you hit top milestone twice in raid tournaments during the entire tournament, during the entire event, which is a 4-week event, that's enough for Lilly, which is pretty decent. I think it's 1.1 million 3 times as well in level ups. Obviously not this particular level up because this one started before the event did, but I think it's only 1.1 million. Why did I cancel? Let's get it. Just maxed out my command Rick. Any tips for a better team with him? As an S-class character or a 6-star? I have a feeling there's going to be a gate with this event. There's too many types of cards. I think there sort of was a little one at the beginning, but it was really, really, really small. Like, I think it even refunded it. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check because I did get 100 cards because of some box, but I think they refunded the people who claimed those rewards because it was a bag from the roadmap, and I claimed it in one region a bit late, and they changed it to white flags. I haven't really checked, to be honest. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that impactful to get those bags. Like 1 or 2 of those bags, you need quite a few to make a difference. I really want the Clem cards from the 6k crate, but I have to go for Rick because characters that I need are good for him. Yep, Rick is a primo character there for sure. James isn't really a good single hit character. He only does 500% damage, and his damage output is like, I think it's less than Arav's. So Arav does what, 750? 750%. That makes a big difference. That sort of percentage, you know? Huge difference. And also he's one-dimensional. Like, you just build Arav straight for attack. You don't have to worry too much about anything else. Why would you do that, though? With solo trophies being nerfed, do you think they should up the multiplier and S18 being max? I don't mind. I mean, I think I'm already there though. I think I've already been S18. I'm S16 plus in this one, but I think it's the best team grade you've made. I've not really tried to make a good team grade yet, to be honest. Like if you just put all your S-class characters in one team. I think on my other region I had Pete, so that's just gonna drive up the stats quite heavily. Let me just see. I just build a team. Let's go with attack. And who's a good leader here? I guess Princess would be, because she'll give everyone a bonus. And then I can just go with my maxed out characters. The only downside is they don't all have maxed out weapons. Would that be a good way to go? No. We'll give her this weapon. Wait, actually, 430. Yeah, it's actually the best way to go. 430. Okay. So what team grade do I get there? Oh, that's the S16 plus. So it's just a mixed match of just characters that I wouldn't even put in a team. That's how you get the high team ratings. So it's kind of meaningless. That team ratings never really mean too much. I've got some energy. Let's go. What's up, Gitish Kumar? Thank you very much for tuning in. Look, I am once again asking for pizza. Please give pizza. I mean, you are free to order pizza if you want it. Go ahead. So what's up, GB? How you doing, man? How's it going? How are you enjoying your playthrough of Detroit? I'm seeing your pop-ups of your stream when I wake up in the morning like that. GB's streaming while I've been asleep again. What's up, your mama? Thank you very much for tuning in. Are you going for the Clementine cards in the level up and other events? I mean, I'll get them, but I just generally don't overspend my resources now. But I think it's basically a spender's market when it comes to winning events, except for things like SR and Raid, because you can get cans. Level ups used to be an event where you, as a free-to-play, you could slowly raise your resources and you could go in for one level up maybe every like 4 to 6 months pretty reasonably. I can't do that at the moment because I don't get You Got Lucky for enough, and I'm having to use my resources to just hit basic milestones. It costs a lot more resources now to level up characters than it did before, and they give less points. So all round it's like really, really bad in the S-Class era for level up. Hopefully they change how it works. They did just implement some new things in level up and they didn't address that, so it's not looking good in my opinion. But I'm not really looking at level up tournaments anymore as something that I can really win in, and I'd rather save my go in capacity for level up with my faction. I hit 11 million in my last faction level up, for instance, but I hit 500k in solos, because if I can get my entire faction like an extra 100 or 200 cards, that seems a better deal than me getting an extra 400, 500 personally. I think that's probably better overall, especially if we've been in a faction for a while. If you've been in a faction for 2 weeks, maybe not, but I've been in a faction for a while. Who else we got? Click on news section. Mine isn't working. I don't normally do that on stream just because it can crash my game basically. So if it's not working for you, just give it time. Sometimes it can take time to update it and stuff like that. I might actually have to turn my fan on. It's getting that humid situation. I've got my door wide open as well. It's just not airing at all. In my region, what's up, piece of cake? How you doing, man? I'm in such a bad position right now for this event. I have no raid or wild can, so I'm working off natural energy as I try to restock. For the raid 20, I'm so screwed in leagues 2. Oofed. Oofed. Maybe spend your coins on some raid packs. It'd be definitely worth hitting top raid master. I don't even think you need that many. Like 10 cans, I think will get you enough, right? That gets you 60 raids. And I mean, I'll check where I am right now, and I'm like 600 points off top raid milestone. What does 6 raids normally get you? It gets you like 250 points, right? So 60 should get you 2,500. Like every raid tournament is one of the easiest ones to hit the top milestone because it just doesn't cost that much cans. It's just whether you can accumulate those cans, you know, regular enough. You have to come quite high in war on a regular basis. I managed to do that quite a lot, but also like roadmaps and stuff as bonus rewards. In my region, people lowered their death so that everyone gets the rewards. Best region I have ever seen. That's a kind of normal thing. It has kind of dropped off in the S-Class era because it's very much an attacking meta at the moment, which isn't a bad thing. I think it's much more fun having an attacking meta where it's harder to defend and it is harder to attack, just because it's boring as hell if you're struggling on attack. The game becomes really dull real quick. I'm talking like 1 month after Eric got released, dull, you know, with blue and green towers for war. If anyone remembers that, I think that hurt RTS so badly at the time. But hey, I did complain about it endlessly as well. Wait, did they up the rewards for trophies? I think, yeah, 10 to 20. They boosted the base up to 20. Not going to make that big a difference, but you know, it's a little bit. How many raids do you need to win to hit top milestone? Well, 60 I think gives you 2,500, right? Is that right? Wait. No, I calculated that wrong. I'm gonna sneeze. So. No. 60 raids gives you 2,500. Roughly that. Because 6 raids gets you around 240 to 250. So you can naturally do 5 cans during a raid tournament without too much of a problem. So you probably have to spend like 5 cans in a raid tournament to hit top milestone. And it's generally worth it just for the armory tokens. I think there was a small raid can gate as someone in my faction has a 50k leaked points already. I mean, they could have just hit loads of raids. It is possible. I mean, I don't know other ways you can actually get points other than just raiding. If they've got a lot of, have they got a lot of points in raid? That's the issue. Have they got a lot of points in the raid tournament? Wish Clem had a prosthetic leg. I mean, it is what it is. I wish it was Clementine before she got her leg cut off, because that's how the majority of people remember her, you know? I need about 2.8k Rick. Would get his bag if I was willing to spend this time around. Wait, you got around? Alright, okay. Would get his bag if I was willing to spend this time around, because even extra cards would be worth it for the 5-star arena. Wish the bags were half as large, but it is what it is. Yeah, I'm in the total agreement. Like, but I think they've done it because they want to force spending there. They don't want people who aren't spending to pick up 1 or 2 low-end bags, basically. Which hurts everybody, but they could have broken the bag into multiple sections, like, you know, how they choose. I think they can do multi-choice crates. I think I've seen that before. Could be wrong, though. Within the same crate. What's up, Eunice? There are subtitles, Christian. You just actually have to enable them. Turn on subtitles, then go to auto-translate, and then change it to your language. It was there. I enabled that a long time ago. If you don't have pizza, give me strawberry. Strawberry. Is that what you're trying to say? What happened to Twisted? Look, kind of a fall from grace, everything good. Yeah, seems alright. We recruited a lot of people. I think quite a few people transferred out. It's been falling off for the last month or two. We had like a big departure at one point, and then we had another big departure. Like, it came down to a lot of inactivity in a particular tournament for, I think it was just an event for factions, and we didn't hit the top rewards. And it was just basically because there was like 6 or 7 people who just weren't doing the daily raids that you needed to do, the Savior's Reckoning event. And honestly, if you're not just active, that's the minimum you got to be in a faction, is just active. You know, you don't necessarily have to be the biggest hitter in the world or the highest scorer in events. Just be active so that you can do as much as you can, you know. How much spend do you think for that big S-Class bag it would get me S-Class Rick? I think you probably need to complete maybe 60... I think maybe 60 to 65% of the roadmaps that you do here will account for the 300 that you'll get. This is what you're not this one. This is the thing you need to spend on a lot, because this is the only way you can get jacks and queens, from what I understand, unless you get the RNG bags. So you need to do this quite a lot, and that's what you need to calculate. You need to do this 20 times to get 300, right? 20 times. Whereas in the course of the event, you can only do it once. Oh God, I'm having to do maths right now. You can, in 28 days, you can only do it once every 2 days. So you divide by 2, can get 14 times 15. Means you can get 210 of these Jack and Queen cards. So you need to get another 90. So 90 divided by 15. So that means you have to run this map 6 times by paying extra on top of your free-to-play runs to get the 300 as a minimum, or get them in the RNG bags on the side. And I don't know what the RNG bags are like. I haven't really had a look, if I'm honest. These ones. And I mean, oh, this is just energy. Yeah, so it's only giving you RNG energy. And yeah, these ones are kind of useless. You're going to get enough of these no matter what, I'm pretty sure. This is the ones, yeah. So this is a pretty bad bag, in my opinion. And it's bugged as well, as you can see. Awesome. I think that's a beta update bug, though. I don't think there's another one. Let me see the smaller offers. It's the same bag. Okay, there we go. Ah, it's not. I mean, these are just such low numbers. You need 300 of these, so yeah. Yeah. And what are they valuing that at? I mean, they haven't got any flat offers here, so you're not really seeing the sort of value they're putting on stuff. So it's hard to tell how much it would cost. It's hard to tell because they haven't got any good offers out at the moment for it. But I think you need to complete this 6 extra times than you would be able to naturally. And you'd also have to do extra of these, because you'd have to hit top milestone here 6 times instead of, wait, 6? Maybe 5. Maybe 5 and a bit. You'd have to hit top milestone 5 and a bit times in raid tournaments. I don't even know if there's going to be 5 and a bit raid tournaments. There'd have to be 6 raid tournaments, obviously. I think SR maybe counts towards this as well. I can't remember what Kings else is in Kings. Aces is going to be a harder one as well. Level ups, just because of the resources situation right now. So, I mean, it is doable. It is doable. As with any spending event, though, I just grind heavy for the first 14 days. See where you're at. Try and hit reasonable milestones every time. Max out particular milestones like SR you kind of need to complete. Raid tournaments, you kind of need to hit that top milestone. Everything outside of that, do as much as you can. War and level up. And then see where you are at 14 days, and you'll have a good idea if you could make it. And if you can make it and you can think you can spend a little bit to make it, then it might be worthwhile. If you spend early, you put pressure on yourself for the rest of the event, and you can generally just can turn out disappointed. I nearly spent early in an event recently because he just looked too good. Oh damn, I can't do that. It looked too good. It was the frozen head one. I was like, oh, this is great. Frozen head, just gonna get loads of shards. But then it was just ridiculous amount of level ups that you need to do. I don't know why, but whenever Arav does his rush, the game lags and then it kills the zombies enemies. I just have noticed it now. If you do double rush, it's only if you do double rush. Singular rush is fine. It's if you do a double rush, right? So, don't know if I'll be able to double rush this team. Well, maybe not. Let me see. So take out him, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to instantly just rush again, because I should be able to take him. Oh, okay. We'll command him just to show you. I'll let it sort of settle a little bit. So when I kill him, I can instantly do another rush. I just double. So I just double tapped. He does one rush, and then he'll do the other one instantly, and then it'll catch up with the damage afterwards. Yeah, little bit laggy. Just a tad. I think they do that because Arav is just so quick, and they don't want you. They haven't really fixed it because they don't want you winning that quick. Honestly, they don't want him to be that good. The fact that he's just extremely powerful, I don't even need to do that. The fact that he's just extremely powerful in the first place is enough. Locke, do you know when the trainers update is going to come? It's up already in beta, and I'm going to switch across to beta and do a couple of the beta missions in one of my regions. And then we're going to go through some stuff, basically, see what we can do. And if any of you have any requests, like how do you do this, how do you do that, I can just show you. We're going to do that in a minute. I'm just going to pop one more raid can. Oops, did not mean to do that. Whatever. They got double princess. Is that double 6-star? Or double S-class? S-class. S-class. Hot name. I let my little brother pull my Kendama bags, and my brother pulled S-Class Sheila. Hey, I've got actually a lot of Kendama bags to pull today. I think I've got 15 or 16. I think 16 on this region, 8 on my other region. But congrats, that's awesome. I'm S6. Don't worry too much about it. You just keep going. Characters make a big difference. The second you get another S-Class character, something that'll boost up. I had some 5 drops of Queen and 2 of the Jack from farming the card map. The Dex, is that from the Dex map? Okay. So you can farm Dex. Well, you're farming Dex with... Wait. What map are you farming? You shouldn't farm Dex. That's not a good idea in my opinion. Because Dex is the one that costs actual, like, that weird energy. And the end reward is the best thing there. Good. Hey, Dimas! Thank you very much. Welcome to the squad. Thank you very much for hitting the join button. You've got some emotes that you can now use. Chickens. You like the chickens? You got... Oh, damn, I should have done that. Okay, it worked. You like the chickens? Thank you very much for hitting that join button, man. I appreciate it. See, what Dimas did was click the join button underneath the video, and there's a tier 1 one. It's 99 cents or 99 pence a month. That's $12 a year. Financially support Lockdown's YouTube channel. I am a full-time creator, so it does obviously go to a good home. This is my job, and I very much appreciate anyone who does that. Anyone who does do that gets a shout out at the beginning of all my videos. You see the text in the beginning of my videos just saying thank you to everyone who does financially support my channel. It makes a massive difference to me. If you can't do that, do not worry. Hitting that subscribe button and hitting likes on my videos and streams is basically what you can definitely 100% do for free. But if you have Twitch Prime, I do have Twitch, and again, it's linked in my description. You can jump over to Twitch, hit the subscribe on Twitch for free, and again, I get a couple of dollars. I actually got paid by Twitch 2 days ago, and it feels good when you get money from Twitch because it just happens. It doesn't happen very regularly. And it's like, here you go, here's some money. So, oh, thank you, good guy Twitch. Well, not actually so much good guy Twitch recently, but that's some other drama, guys. That's some other drama. Are the weapons broken? Some of them aren't giving the basic stats. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. What's up, JLo? How's your day? Thank you very much for tuning in. Tricky to know then. Yeah, you basically just wait until you're about halfway through the event and you'll have a better idea where you are, right? Level up milestones are a problem. Low on trainers. Yep, I agree. It's not just low on trainers, but it's about the amount of points you're getting for the characters you're investing the majority of your resources in now, which is S-Class characters. Big issues. Big issues. Arab is just too OP for the game. I mean, he can be really easily countered by an exhaust character. The second I come up against an angel, he's dying, basically. And he doesn't hit too hard against mega defensive teams, unless he's got lead bonus and stuff. So in this team, he's only good because the teams I'm coming up against aren't super strong. What we're going to do... let me see. Do we have the territories for weapons right now? Ooh, I think I'm going to be opening a weapon. This is Princess's weapon. And we are going for 1535, guys. I'm going to tell you right now, if I get a tough 5% bonus HP weapon, I am actually going to reset it, and I'm going to cry when I do it. We do not want that. We want 1535 because it is on her base weapon. Please, oh, give me a crit. Give me a crit. It's going to crit. Come on, just give me 1535. Don't me work too hard for this, bruv. Oh my god, I've got to reset this. Oh, why you do this to me? Oh, man. This is going to be so painful to do. Oh, this guy. Oh, this hurts. He knows, man. He knows. Like, you want 55? I'm going to make you reset this tough. 5% bonus HP weapon, you scumbag. I hate you so much, oh, bro. I hate him so much. I hate him. I hate him. I wish I could select which one I want, man. Because this sucks so bad. That's such a bad feeling, man. Because I will want this on another weapon, and you know it'll take me forever to get. I get your feeling. I just read that. Oh man. Oh, damn it. Let's come back. Oh. Is it like, I'm doing a good job? I mean, you kind of did. Oh, you kind of did, but it isn't what I wanted, man. It's not what I wanted. Okay. Another 10k going in. I wish I could just select it. Wait, did it start it? Yeah, it did. That was a bit weird. That was a little bit weird how it worked. I wish I could just select it. Yeah, like, you know, I want this one. I don't want to crit above this. The one I'm going for, guys, is this one. In tough, it's team player 4. And it's the third one down. Get 15% attack and 35 crit to all adjacent teammates. It's really good, especially on Priya, especially on an adjacent teammate, two adjacent teammates to Priya. So, for instance, Princess and another damage dealing character. Okay, screw this. Throw out to the walkers. Mr. C, thank you very much for the super chat, bro. Thank you, thank you. You got that twice, though. Did you get it twice in a row? I'm pretty sure Moon got that as well. Like, that's only second go, you know. That's only second go. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. But we are going to get the extra boost on this event because of it. Because I think I just did another 10k effectively. Yeah, we'll get the second 10k spent for Thursday stream. Okay, so that'll give us another few armory tokens. Okay. Okay, we've got a bunch of bags. Nice one, look. I mean, it was nice, right? It was nice. But at the same time, it sucks. Because it isn't what I wanted, you know? Okay, we're going to open some of the bags from this event. I would not mind getting a Sheila. Just because it's an S-class character. I've got 16 bags here. I'm going to open the small ones first, yeah. Not why I want this stuff. We'll go for the 3s now. Really game? This is how you're going to do me. Gear markers for days. Okay, armory tokens I definitely would take. Like, literally, just give me armory tokens on all of these, I'd be happy. Because we'd be looking at like 20k armory tokens nearly. Not any of these. No, I do not need gear markers. Stop putting gear markers in rewards, please. What's going on? Okay. 10 more bags. Just gear markers. So it's gotta be that like that dud reward, man. That feels bad, man. Situation every time. Okay. More armory tokens. One more. More armory tokens. How good is Lilly's gun? If you're going for Lilly, should you get her? Nah, her gun is not that great for her. You can get a 30% defense weapon and it's a 4-star weapon. The only good thing about it is it's 5-star already. But the slot 3 and slot 4 upgrades are nothing special. I mean, they're okay, but they don't make her a win. She's a window on a defense team. She's not going to do much on the attack team with that. She's not very support role. We're getting a lot of armory tokens. I'll take these. I would say her weapons are waste. It costs the same as Lilly, right? It costs the same as Lilly. I think you can get 2,000 cards for the weapon cost. So I'll just double check this. Don't want to be just chatting right now. Where do I go? Is it in the shop? That's correct. So black market and royal flush. Okay, for 100 you could get 2,000, and then I think it's her weapon is 100. Yeah, this weapon is definitely not worth 20% of an S-class character. Even if it's a character that you don't need as much, you know. If you haven't got an Arav, definitely go for Arav. If you haven't got Wang Fa, really useful. It's like getting a 6-star Wang Fa, really useful. You get 10 pieces of this gear. Like me, you can get 10 GP. I mean, is it RNG? Yeah, it's RNG. Okay, it's RNG. There's a war crate here. I mean, you get 100 war cans for the cost of the rifle. The rifle's not very good at all. You can get how many? You get 100 basils. You get 100 basils for the cost of the rifle. The rifle's not very good at all. If the third or fourth slot had one good thing in it, only had to have one good thing, like impair in the third slot or in the fourth slot, it could have had 1535 in the fourth slot. That would have made this weapon actually legit, because she's a leader on an attack team. That would have been like, oh, okay, that's a pretty good weapon. But because it's not got it there already, you're gonna have to waste so many upgrades to get this stuff done. It's like, yeah. Like, do any of these give armory tokens? I don't think any of them do. I mean, that's a really good bag as well. I mean, that's 100. Yeah, you can get 5 GPS, 5 canteens, and 30 pieces of gear here. And non-RNG for the same. Definitely not worth getting that rifle. Defo not worth. I saw they added Clementine to this as well. Interesting. They value Shiva and Frost as better than Rosita and Clementine. I'm pretty sure Shiva came out after Clem. That is weird. Is it true Earl is the world's blacksmith? I mean, when he wants to be. When you don't want him to get something that's amazing, he gives you something that's amazing. I just went up 20 spaces here. Oh, it's really tight. What's the first place got? Yeah, someone's just been raiding, I guess. Which one's the highest in my region? This dude's. So I guess they're just high up in the raid solo tournament. Yeah, 10th. Okay. So where am I? I'm at 60 raids 1. And I've got 2,200 points, or 2,100 points. So that would be 10 cans, not including natural. You're going to get 1 can natural, guaranteed, because you're going to start with 6 energy. And then you're going to get at least, I'd say, at least 2 or 3 more cans naturally, just from regen. 2 in a row. I hate this man so much. I don't hate a lot of people, but yeah. It would be good that if you could get the highest crit you were allowed to downgrade when crafting, or just at least let's say you could select which one you wanted. So then if you got the roll above it, you know, it would just give it to you. The RNG, like imagine you wanted a possible success rate, like the bottom ones. Imagine you wanted, there is some decent success rate ones. Let me just check. I think there's like, I think it's a global one actually. I think it's an amplification, where it's like extra bleed or something. Oh, okay, it's in destruction. There we go. The bottom one, increase all bleed by 150, right? That means you've got 1 out of 8 chance to get it. Now, it's probably one of the better ones, because the bottom 4, when it just has a success, you know, as long as it doesn't crit, it's definitely the bottom 4. But it still could crit even if you don't put crit stuff on it. The system is just, it's just a bit long-winded. It's a bit long-winded for sure to get what you want. Man, that felt bad. Resetting that. I'm gonna want to get a 5% tough weapon at some point as well. That sucks. That sucks. Okay. Let me just switch some stuff around, because I think there's probably another level up finish starting straight after this, but just to be sure. I always put my You Got Luckies up here, just so I know, yeah, that's You Got Lucky. Damn that, yeah. Took me 5 goes to get team player for Princess. I mean, that isn't that many. This is my second or third go, and I got that. I got the best crit I could, unfortunately. What's up, Ocean Banana? How you doing, man? Thank you very much for tuning in. Good to know, yeah. I just think you should compare it to the other rewards generally. All that weapon has on it, right? The main thing this weapon has on it, if it will open. The main thing that this weapon has on it is that it's a 5-star weapon instantly. So you're not spending 50,000 armory tokens. That is pretty much it. The rest it's giving you is a 35% defense and a very large bonus to AP when attacking. So you'll see, like the 100 thing is giving you a weapon that's got 30% defense on it, and you've already 5-starred. That's about it. So 50,000 armory tokens for 100. Unless you're like someone who really loves Telltale and wants to have the gun, I can completely get behind that. It's a shame. I'm kind of disappointed I'm not going to be able to get my hands on this because it just isn't good value. That's the way it goes. I'd say it'd be worth like maybe 20 max, 20 of the tokens. I would rather get trainers. Yeah, exactly. I wish this event wasn't so grinding. It makes me feel overwhelmed for some reason. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. You literally just have to do this cards roadmap twice a day. You know, I like the fact that it's 12 hours as well. 12 hours seems decent. 8 hours seems a bit too much. I don't like the Kendama ones. 12 hours should be the max that these rotation, or so I say the minimum that these rotation mats are in for. Is Lilly available for purely free to play, or do you have to spend? I think you have to get 1.1 million 3 times in the event. You have to hit top milestone in raid twice, and you have to do the daily roadmap that I'm doing right now 18 times to unlock enough tokens to do the other roadmap every single time that you can. So I mean, you kind of need cans to do it to a certain extent, but you don't have to spend any money as long as you're someone who's played for. I think if you played for, like, say 2 or 3 months, you should be okay. Hitting 1.1 million 3 times might be difficult, but if you know that's what you got to do, you can sort of like time your hits a bit better. You know, you got luckies, that sort of thing. Purely free to play, 99.1% free to play. Yeah, I mean, it's like, if you're starting right now, like brand new person, you're probably not going to be able to do it. But that's due to power, not due to the fact that you haven't spent. It's just due to your power. What's up, Fabricio? Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss my question? It's a big potential. I do blast through questions pretty quickly. How do I get my max team grade that shows on the league hub? I can't seem to get it that high when I build teams. I've got no idea. It could be a bug thing because I know sometimes it doesn't calculate weapons properly or something. I'm not 100% certain. Like the defense team, your defense team is the team grade that it shows. Locke, do you think Lilly is a good character, both as a Tomb, both as a Telltale character? Remember what she did to Carly? I kind of like, I don't know how you guys played out the episode, but I mean, you can go and see how I played out my episode. I did actually play it out 2 different ways. You know, I played it through twice, and the same day it came out, just to see how it went. But I was kind of sad with Lilly. I think it was kind of a sad storyline, especially the way I played it. You know, like I made it so that Clementine remembered her being as family, and that she messed up. You know, kind of putting the responsibility on the adult at that point. Remember what she did to... Yeah, I mean, obviously that was messed up, beyond messed up. But I mean, she had gone through a lot by that point. You know, she had lost her dad, and she had this idea that she was the boss, and she was kind of losing power. Maybe she was just feeling like she needed... I don't know. You just don't know what goes through people's heads. I mean, it was a real messed up situation. That moment was probably one of the first times in the game history where I was just like in shock. Genuine, like, I was not expecting it. Pure shock. Especially, I actually kind of liked Carly. She was one of the people who you had to save at the beginning, you know? Shock, guys. Pure shock. So I felt quite invested in Carly's storyline. They did that quite well. Whether they did that on purpose or not, they did that really well. I felt like Carly was there because of me, and then Carly just got eliminated. It was really bad in 400 Days when you saw Carly's corpse as well. That felt really bad. Is Shiva good? She's okay. She's okay. Which trait? I mean, I guess the S-class one. She's okay. She can kind of be countered, though. You have to have good setup on her. If she gets normalized, she can just get blitzed too quickly. Do you fully level up your S-classes to 6 stars so you can use them before swapping them for the S-class version? Depends on the character. Like, right now... Wow, that was a long... Was that in one roadmap? Now you can see right now I'm using this guy. I have fully maxed him out, but I do not veteran characters that I plan to S-class. But I fully maxed him out. I have actually upgraded his weapon as well, but it's just because the resources that it cost to get his weapon up wasn't that expensive. Because it's not top tier resources anymore for just percentage upgrades. And that bonus HP thing that is already on his weapon. So he's already got a pretty legit weapon. This is just so he's got a bit of survivability until I get him as an S-class. And I think the other Rick I have it already got in position as well. Like, I just slowly max them out. I just don't veteran characters. There you go. They're both maxed out. Level 90. Just waiting. Waiting for the cards. And then I've got S-class. And the S-class just looks so sick. Not going to lie. The S-class looks sick. Wait, someone was saying earlier that you can get... I'm going to just farm this. Someone was saying earlier you can get jacks and queens from this roadmap. Did I read that right? I think it was... who was that? Let me see. Tough trait Shiva is great with payback specialist. You'll just max it out. I mean, while she has payback, yeah, but once she doesn't have payback, no. How about the fast Shiva one? I mean, she's a lacerator, but yeah, her days are kind of gone. 6 stars are going to be in a lot of trouble in the S-class era, generally speaking, unless they're enabling S-classes to do more damage. Like Dr. Stevens allows S-class characters to rush quicker. Command Rick allows S-class characters to rush quicker because he can command them. What's up, Javier? Or Xavier, sorry. X's and J's, guys. X's and J's. I don't see the point to get that Shiva if everybody in your league are playing Shiva. What? Shiva is also... Oh, we get 20. I'm not sure. Is that good? I guess that's good. I just want to see what we can get from the drops here. Doesn't say. Oh, I guess we don't... Can we farm it? We can get a Lilith. It just doesn't say anything else. I'm not sure if we can farm it or not. Try to collect some gear. I don't see the point. Alright, it doesn't matter what other people have got. If they've got Shiva, you can still have Shiva. I can only get 1 6-star. I can't get 2 maxed out and then get 6k more cards. That is really hard for me. It takes time. It takes time. I just prioritize important characters, right? So for instance, Priya is a number 1. If you do not have Priya maxed out, she's going to make such a massive difference. You just max her out, full vet rings and everything as an S-class character. You're just going to just see how much damage output she has. It's insane. It's so good. If I get the 300 S-class box, I'll be choosing the Gentleman. I'll wait to the end of the event and see if I can get the shard box, or if I can just get Lilly. Yeah, that's probably the best way to do it. No worries, Mr. C. Sorry, I mean Princess. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, but you see, the thing is, let's say you had Shiva, Rosita. Not much Rosita, because I mean, their specialist is dangerous, but it's not so much. But like, you've got Shiva, the Gentleman. No, not the Gentleman. The Trader. Sorry, just 2 different just titles. The Trader and a Shield, right? You've got to taunt the Shield, turn 2 a lot of the time with Princess. It's RNG on the other 2 hits. If it hits Shiva, great. You know, you might want to prioritize hitting the Trader so he doesn't just go into full lock mode on his rush. So I mean, it is difficult. Shiva by herself is the only good specialist. She's kind of bad, but when she's got other good specialists around her, that's when she starts getting good, because you've got to prioritize other specialists sometimes, and you've got to rely on a bit of RNG. I will say this though, I've yet to come up against a geared out Shiva. A lot of them are really flimsy, like they want them to take huge amounts of damage. Rush damage on S-class characters is so high from attack teams, you don't really need to make them flimsy. You can tank them out and they'll still take huge amounts of damage. That's why I was thinking of just using them as a 6-star, maybe not one day swap. I always prioritize on one S class, get them as an S class, move on to the next S class. Don't get, I've seen this, a couple of people do this, it's the real bad idea. Get multiple different 6-stars of different S-class characters thinking, oh, I'm going to build up my roster of these and then I'm going to build on top. One S-class character is as powerful as, I would just go ahead and say, as like 8 damage dealing 6-stars as a maxed out S-class character. Like my Priya can take out a full S-class team with one rush. Because she can hit 3 times with her rush like you just saw. 1, 2, 3. I love that it does the animation. the rocket just appears out of nowhere afterwards though. And then if you get Rampage, it's just even more destructive. That's where it just becomes just disgusting. Are you going for Lilly or a crate lock? I'm going to see what I can get. In this region... I keep going to the wrong area. I keep on thinking that the black market's in... That's in this region, I will probably go for... I might go for Rosita in this region if I could get her. Because I'm quite, like, away at the way. I'm probably not going to go for Lilly, which sucks. Because I really, really like S-class characters. I really, really like Telltale characters. Unless I can't get the crate, I'm probably not going to go for Lilly. Because she's just not really going to do much for my roster. I've got a lot of tough characters already. She's not going to make any difference to my attack team. Like I said this in my review video of her. This is my attack team. If I sacrifice Priya to put Lilly there, that means I've still got to use Priya. So who do I sacrifice out of these 4? I can't sacrifice Princess. So then if I sacrifice Arav, what's the point of putting Lilly there? It doesn't need. I don't need Lilly anymore because I'm not getting the lead bonus here. I might as well use what I've got here because Arav off trait is better than Lilly on trait. If I replace either of these two, I lose first turn control. It's just right now she doesn't what I needed. What I needed was a damage dealing character, or I think we talked about it, like the perfect thing that she could have had was almost a copy paste of this active skill. If she had this active skill, I would have picked her up in a heartbeat, and it would have made such a big difference because I could have dropped a lot. I could have dropped Doc Stevens and potentially a command from my attack team on that team. If she had okay, just the second part, up to 2 teammates get 60% AP. If she had that, instant pickup, regardless of how good or bad her rush would be. Because then I could use Princess, Priya, and Arav on the same attack team behind her, and then potentially a command as the last slot, or pretty much anybody, maybe even the shields, anything. What do I replace? Yeah. So at the moment, I'm going to be picking her up as a character that would just sit on my roster for SR. But if you look at my roster at the moment, you notice what I've got an abundance of. I've got 4 S-class tough characters. I don't lack S-class tough characters. So the gear situation is hard as it is. I think I'm like 70 or 60% of the way to Wang Fa as well. So, you know, in SR that makes a reasonable team as it is. It's yeah, it's just a shame. Now, what trait am I actually kind of messed up on? Fast, I guess. I think fast. I've only got 2. Fast is an issue for me. Strong, I think, definitely is. Oh no, strong we've got a bit more now. Okay, maybe alert. Well, alert I've got 4 of as well, but 2 of those guys are not very good at all. Yeah, you can see fast is just a massive... That's why I picked up Dr. Stevens, guys. That's why I did get him. I even said that, like, even if I didn't think he was that great, and I think he's actually pretty decent, I need him. I need him for my SR stages. Otherwise, I'm taking, like, Camilla and Charlie and stuff all the time. And against nightmare stages, that is literally a nightmare. What's up, Vim? Hello. Rosita was my next choice because she's got the bide, which I love. Yeah, mainly it's... Bide isn't that great in the S-Class era. It's mainly her turn 2 active, which I really like. But also, I am 30% of the way to her, so that would make me over 80% of the way to her. So her turn 2 active. Target enemy gets minus 75% for 2 turns. All other enemies get taunt for 1 turn. She's got a 4 character taunt turn 2. And she could be in a really good... team there. I probably wouldn't raise her rush. I don't think her rush is that good. This character regains up to 50% of their max HP, recovers from normalize up to 2. Yeah, her rush isn't that great. It's just like a little boost. Would I raise it? I probably would though, just because it's extra healing. The AP difference is only going to be what, 10? Yeah, 12 AP difference. Not going to slow her down too much. I think she'd still be... And if I kept her at 88, I could get her turn 2 active and a turn 4 active. Potentially, yeah. So if I didn't raise her... that's interesting. Weapon's an issue, that's the thing. And I'd see bide as something where just people just kind of ignore her, to be honest. I'd love Lilly, but yeah, exactly. Hey, look, how would you feel about a new co-lead specialist? Buffs could be lower percentages than the leader buffs, but you could create some really nice rainbow teams. Oh, you mean like a specialist that gives everyone in the team buffs? I don't know. I think percentage stat is gone a bit wild as it is. I think it's gone a little bit wild as it is. What am I doing? Roadmap. I've done that. What am I doing? What am I doing? I've done everything. I've done everything in this region. Okay. Let me just get through this roadmap and the gear, well, and the energy. And we can just catch up on comments in the meantime. There's so many options. Lilly, the 300 crates and some more energy. I was hungry for that. What energy is definitely a dodge for me. I have 5 alert S-Class characters or tunes, and 12 6-stars, kind of lacking in fast. Yeah, I think most people will be lacking fast. Do you do Survival Road? Not the daily SR, just because it's time consuming and doesn't give anything in the way of rewards at the moment. And 3 of your tough S-Class have lead skills lock. I see why she isn't a must-have. Yeah, but I mean, it's just that she doesn't do much other than her lead, right? And if you've got Priya, she's got the same lead as Priya for your tough characters, so... The issue is you kind of have to take Princess on every attack team, for me at least. I can't afford not to have Princess at the moment. I don't know. I got Heng Yen because I needed an S-Class fast, worth it for me. Yeah, I agree. I think I'm like 60 or 70% of the way to Heng Yen. I might eventually just finish him off. But at the moment, I can't remember what I'm working towards. I think I'm working on some ideas at the moment. Ideas. Rosita's rush is really annoying, but her active is more so, right? I think her active is more so. Did you notice the beta update reduced the attack of tunes? Some bug with 30% attack weapon buffs. No, I haven't really checked stuff in beta when it comes to anything outside of the level up system. Well, the update itself. I didn't notice any bugs. Like, I did see some people showing some screenshots and stuff, but I didn't notice any bugs. Any chances to get Aaron and Marlon S-Class? Because I got last month back to the game. If not, why collection is still there. Yeah. Aaron came into the weekly rewards in tournaments. Last week? The week before? So I can't remember. In your opinion, Rosita is the worst character? No. What? No. Not at all. Not at all. My opinion, the worst characters are Kapoor and Glenn. Like, definitely the bottom two characters. Eugene is down there as well. Look, I mean, Malcolm serves a use as well. I don't think Malcolm's terrible. He can hold an 8% weapon, team player, and he's fast team leader. He definitely has a role. What's up, Bloodline? I won't put Malcolm in the bottom 5. Definitely wouldn't put Rosita in the bottom 5. To get Marlon, you needed dog tags. I don't know about Aaron. That was for him as part of the event. For Aaron, it was Shattered Shards, because it was part of Shattered Spring. You needed Aaron cards, Bloody Glass. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Crazy that once I would have wished for how easy it is now to get to the top tier tunes, but now I want to go back to the 5-star era. 5-star era was trash, man. Like, it was really bad. It was terrible. Unless you were someone who spent, you had a really horrible time of it in the 5-star era. Like right now in the S-class era, if you're a spender, you're getting all the good characters early. But as a free-to-play or a casual or low spender, you're getting like a bit of a head start, a boost here and there to characters that, you know, like, look at my roster right now, right? Nothing spectacular. But I've got one maxed out S-class character that's a premium character. 2 maxed out S-classes that's a premium character. She was not available in the event as a S-class. It was only available as 6 stars. Another maxed out S-class character at premium characters. Another character on the way that's a premium character. And 2 more that I haven't really worked on yet. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 premium characters in the S-class era. I can honestly say in the 6-star Generation 2 era, I didn't have any 6-star Generation 2 premium characters until like the last month of 6-star Generation 2. When they started dropping them in some events and putting them in wheels. Like, it's so much better in the S-class era to get good characters. It's insane. It's really terrible to level them up though. There's got to be a barrier somewhere, right? There's got to be a wall where it's hard. Every game's going to have it. If you play any other game, it's got exactly the same situations. I've had this conversation a lot of times. Marvel Strike Force, for instance, a lot of people talk about that and say, hey, it's really easy to get the characters there. It's really easy to get the gear there. But where they have their bottleneck is the food. Like what we use to level up characters up with food, they have something called, their thing is just, I think it's just gold. But it's not coins, it's just gold. And it's their version of food. That you can only get a certain amount per day, really. Kapoor is decent for newer players. Like, I mean, any S-class is good for newer players. Just because it's just insane amount of stats. But in terms of actually being a good S-class character versus other S-class characters, as in an S-class tier system, he is the worst with Glenn, 100%. Versus 6 stars, yeah, he probably could 1 versus 4, 1 versus 5, but so could, like, just to put in comparison, guys, okay? It's exactly the same situation that we faced. It's almost an identical character. Way back when. Wish you could just do like scroll to bottom. Anyone remember this dude? Easily, I'd say worst 6-star character, or like bottom 3 in everyone's 6-star list was this guy. Can I not see him as a 6-star? There we go. Was this guy. He was useless except his specialist skill. Initially in the 6-star era, like when you were trying to hit him with 5 stars, he'd just negate all damage because of the way it worked. And that's kind of what Kapoor does at the same time. And Kapoor can hold a stun gun. Kapoor's got like a little bit extra on him because he can hold a stun gun and he's got that dirty heal as well. So yeah, there's a little bit extra there. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Same again next week. I think that was because it was something to do with the faction table. How did I just drop down to 90th? Oh, I'm in another region. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Malcolm's role is to waste the slot, but we all have different opinions on different characters. I mean, he will be able to hold an 8% weapon and lead a team. It's going to be the same as Lilly. It's the same situation as Lilly. If Lilly could hold an 8% weapon, she could do Malcolm's role. Would it be better? Maybe. Her act is maybe a little bit better than Malcolm's, I believe. There are bad events, but worst case, you get a few armor tokens for free. Yeah, exactly. I can't get any more Aaron and Molon now. That's sad. I mean, you can. Aaron was in tournaments 2 weeks ago. 5-star era was really paid to play. Yeah, especially near the end. It was awful near the end. What's up, Moon? Like Michonne and Priya at the end. Oh my god, guys, it's terrible. So bad. So bad. Hurt the game really badly as well. 5-star was fun once you got stun weapons. I had a full stun gun team in the 6-star era. They only brought out the armory really near the end of the 5-star era. 5-star, like era as well, nearer the end anyway. My only maxed out character is Angel. That's not terrible, but I would max out offensive characters more. Can you please showcase Dayu? I think Dayu is so underrated and she can be amazing. She's such a good control tune and her active kill is basically a guaranteed kill. I mean, I can like I said, I can do some content on some characters, but it's just for a long time there wasn't very many characters that you could use Dayu with. Things have changed a little bit now. Is Frost good? Sure, he's a shield, but he can be countered a little bit. I'll agree with you on that one. I'm just getting back into loving game loving it again. Yeah. You've got something to work on every day. It's slow progress, so I'll give everyone that. It is really slow progress, but at least it seems like you're going somewhere now. Whereas before, like, you could play for 2 weeks and have no change. Like, literally your entire account, just nothing changed. And it was just like, wow, this is really bad. And then what would happen is they'd bring out an event and bring a character out in the game. It'd be like, oh, here's this, like, suddenly a good free-to-play character. Here's Michelle. It just massively changed the game. And it was just like, from one day to the next, the entire game flipped on its head. Whereas it's a bit more slow going in the S-Class era when it comes to Trickle. The Trickle's good. Obviously, the promos are still a problem. You know, the second trader comes out, the game massively flips at the top level. That sort of thing, but what can you do? Okay. Okay, we don't get you got lucky back straight away. You can actually use the slider on the right, I think. I've done it. I've barely hurt. It's a bit slow for me. Wait, what were we talking about? Was it going up and down in leagues? It wasn't up and down in leagues, was it? Kirkman Negan got me where I am today. As a 5-star, not as a 6-star, surely. I hate this 6 stars. Oh boy. That Negan. Negan's getting harder and harder. Yeah, I should still be decent. I'm doing okay in arenas. Arenas is where I'm going to get a majority of my trophies. And I'm not doing too badly in the raid tournament either. Like, I'll be top, what's this, top 70, still get another 10k, pretty much. So I think as long as I'm in the top 70 on all these events, I'll be in promotion sort of zones, which will be decent. What's the fastest way to level up? As in, like, yourself, your individual. I think it's Saturdays or Sundays. Boot camp roadmap. Complete it all, but then farm the last stage of the full energy one. That's the best way. Dayu, please showcase. I mean, I can have a little go over on Dayu for sure. I mean, she is good, but it's just she's a bit too slow for an attack team, and I don't think the defense team is really there for her yet. Although with the 2 new leaders that came out that she can be used with, like Imani and Carrie-Anne, things could be changing. And the fact that she can hold that damn elusive weapon as well, like suddenly that's kind of buffed Dayu quite heavily. Arenas kills me. Will you get S-Class Clement even if you get the 5-star version of her? I'm definitely getting the 5-star version because I'm quite close. But I don't know about the S-Class. I'm not going to be working towards it. I think Ivanova's pretty good. I'm going to prioritize other cards. I don't think she's going to make that much difference for me on an attack team. The coin rewards in League suck. Yep. We were fine with the League system before. I think some of the changes are good. It's just they don't seem that good because of in combination with changes that are bad. For instance, I don't actually think going down to gold every season is a bad thing. Personally, I just think that the rewards that they've put in place in gold are just terrible. So if it was better rewards in gold initially, no one would have any complaints. No one would have any complaints. And, you know, they did kind of make it so you could get all the rewards in gold, sort of. Not all of them, but most of them. But yeah. I just don't like it, like, I'm in gold. I'm in the highest league I can be right now, right? I'm in gold 2. Oh no, gold 3. Am I in gold 3? Yeah, I'm in gold 3. I'll be promoting to platinum if I get promoted. And it's the same rewards as gold 1. Outside of the top 10, your coins just drop off. So like 10th to 11th, 150. And then, like, I think I finished around about here last week. Between 375 and 430. Something like that. I got around about 400 coins. But when I was in when I was in Diamond every week, I was getting 700 coins every week. So they said the coins wouldn't change. Or we keep up with the coins. The coins would remain more consistent. They aren't. I'm placing in a promotion... I'm placing in the top 20 on the promotion of the highest possible league. This is the highest league. I'm in the top league right now, and I'm getting less coins than I was getting before. You know? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. They need to make it so that it's wave-based. So, like, the first week of gold, coins are boosted. The first week of gold 2, coins are boosted. First week of gold 3, coins are boosted. Because you've got your best players there. The best players are here. You know? Second week of gold 3, yeah, you can reduce them a little bit. Maybe like a 20% reduction. Third week of gold 3, 40% reduction. Fourth week of gold 3, like back down to what it is right now maybe. And then you just leave it there for the rest of the season. But the first week of every single league has to be boosted because you've got your best players in there. Doesn't make any sense otherwise. I'm going to be doing like a review of the leagues in the next week or two, because I do think it needs to be. I'm just going to basically compare what has happened to what they said they wanted to do, and you can already see there's massive differences, right? So, yeah, that's going to be an easy compare. Easy compare. Okay, I think I've got some crates in this region as well. Let me just see if. Oops. Let me just see, because I have got a weapon to claim here. I just want to see. Oh, I've got 9 minutes. I'm not sure if Danny's online right now. Do I have to call crits? I can't remember. I think I have to call crits here. Oh, what time is it? Okay, I'm just going to call crits. But, you know, people probably will just take over the top, but we'll see. I've got to set an alarm. Okay, countdown timer, 3 seconds. You might hear an alarm in a second, guys. One sec. I'll stop it straight away. Okay. And let's change that to Let's go for 7 minutes, 44 seconds. So we get a minute. We'll have to abandon pretty much whatever we're in at the time. Alright. I'm going to try and go for the crits. I've called crits as well, Danny, so if you're around and you're able to hit, feel free. Feel free. And where the hell is Trevor cards? Trevor? You mean trader? Trevor. Lao Po is a she. Yep. Lao Po is a she. Lao Po literally means wife. Literal translation. Okay, we're going to just run through this map quickly. Do you think it will introduce legacy S-class characters? I did a video on this. Haven't said anything about it. It's unlikely at this point. We're nearly a year into the S-class era. It's unlikely. If I didn't hang out, I have to go and join. Hey, happy birthday. Hope you have a good night. Take it easy. Don't go too ham. Make sure you have a good birthday that you can remember. Take care. Tomorrow's my birthday. Hey, happy birthday in advance. Awesome. Lao Po means wife. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Who names their daughter as wife? I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, you don't know what your name means. My name means famous warrior, right? I'm pretty sure my parents weren't going, you know what we're going to name our kid? We're going to name them famous warrior. You know, just... My brother's name means Lightbringer. Names just mean stuff. That's just generally how it goes. It doesn't mean it's like... It's the literal translation for the word wife in Chinese. Like, if it was go, hello wife, they wouldn't be like... You know, is it... No, I'm going to say... Yeah, I was going to say some... Is it ni hao? Is it ni hao is Japanese? Or Chinese? I can't remember. How about S-Class Kenny? Would you go instant for him if he is still decent and could be useful in your roster? As much as I love characters, I mean, I would do a temple for any Telltale character that came out just because, yeah. But I can't go in on fluff. There has to be some sort of power increase for me, you know? Yeah, Konnichiwa, that's it. That's it. I learned a little bit of Chinese. I bought a game on the Game Boy Advanced, and it taught me a little bit of Chinese, but I was terrible at English, so learning another language was just painful for me, really hard. Your name means King of the Mountain. There we go. I mean, are you on a mountain right now? This is... maybe not. Do you like Leo Kenny more? As a character, I mean, that's tough. That is tough. I mean, I think it's got to be Lee, right? It's got to be Lee. Just because, you know, Lee's the man. But Kenny is like... They're both in my top 5, without a doubt, all time. I wonder who to go for next for my Daddy Crates. Debating whether Wang Fu or Minerva. I would definitely get Wang Fu as a 6-star. Can make a big difference. You should do a vid on showing off all your Telltale characters. I do plan to do something to do with Telltale characters in the Road to Survival. Just stay tuned for that, guys. Stay tuned. This your account mostly pay to win. I have never purchased anything that has increased the power of my roster on this account, except for Dr. Stevens on my other region, where I bought a crate where it's a 50-50 crate where I could get Dr. Stevens or 500 AU cards. Most of my purchases are going to be things like 70-day pass, 70-day pass, 30-day pass for 70 coins. I have also done Survivors Club, which is just like kind of random, and I haven't really got anything too spectacular out of it. I got one good pull so far out of 200 plus pulls, so it isn't anything like that. It just makes things easier, and the main reason the last time I bought it was because of the event bonuses that it gave were quite nice from Patrons Dr. Stevens. I would have bought it for this current week, monthly event or whatever, the multi-week event, but there's no boost, there's nothing, you don't get anything for, you know, the multi-week event, so what's the point? What else have I bought? I don't think I've bought anything else. Some 99 cents, 99 pence offers. Like, sometimes they give like 2 wheel pulls on a certain wheel and stuff like that. Sometimes I do that. You know, I'm I think in the S-Class era, I've spent somewhere in the region of around about 150, around about that, $100 to $150 in a year. And that's including doing Survivors Club for 4 months, so yeah. I completely understand. People are expecting good videos with good classes, and you've got to do content. Go for fun. S-Class is nice, but you have to be very optimistic and go for. Well, it's a mixture of things, right? When it comes to making videos, it's about how much time it takes for me to create a content on a character, and how much I can't afford for that video to not succeed. If I wasn't full-time, if I didn't rely on the money income from my videos, it wouldn't matter as much. I could just make a video and be like, oh, that one didn't do very well, oh well. But whereas if it happens now, like, I have had videos, right? I'll explain the video that I released recently. I released Paging Dr. Stevens character review, right? It got about 2,500 views, which is not great for a character review. Not a review, a character guide. And my guess is it's because people just... Either I released it a bit too late, which I kind of did, or people just not interested in the character in the first place, which is very possible. Oh, my mouse just cut out. Okay, it's back. Can you hear me? I'm not sure. Oh, it's actually... It cut out while the button was pressed down, so you should be able to hear me. But it might just cut out randomly, because if my mouse comes back in... USB device not recognized. I know. No, not while the alarm's going off. Oh, I've got to get into the thing. Oh, this is terrible timing, guys. Oh no, I did Alt F for that. Oh, we got to, come on, mouse. There we go. You can hear it come back in. Come on, mouse. You can do it. Come on. I need to get into territories, bro. Come on. Don't do me like this. I've got like 30 seconds. Oh, my mouse is just so broken, guys. Okay, one sec. I'm going to have to unplug it. And then plug it back in. Is it going to work? Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Green light. Green light. Not looking good. The timing. It was like I did a countdown to my mouse dying. Perfect. Oh my god, come on, mouse. I've got like 10 seconds. Danny's got to save the day with the crits of me here. Oh, this is tough, guys. Yes, yeah, I know that it's not recognized. I know. I get this. It's the wire, right? If you have a mouse for a really long time, it's just fortunate that you can still hear me. It's just fortunate. It's like, my mouse is, it's literally here. It's dead. It's dead. You know, like where it's just not turning on. I've had this for the last 2 days, but this is the worst it's happened. Just at least it died while I was pressing the button to make my mic work, which my computer still thinks I'm pressing, even though no mouse has died. Right, just did it. Okay, fantastic. What's the use of calling crits? I bet my mouse comes on right now. Watch. I'm just going to turn it to the side. Okay, I don't know what's... sucking. I'm going to try and replug it in again. Come on, mouse. Come on. New plug? New socket? That'll work. Oh, it's green! It's got, let me see. Okay, there we go. Timing could not have been what we call worse. We're going to take the second territory. We're going to take it, Danny, okay? And then if they whine, we'll say we call crits. That's what we're doing right now. Let's do this, Danny. Yeah, the mouse is gone, man. I've ordered a new one. It is coming tomorrow. But, yeah. That's the way it goes. F for the mouse. The mouse is on its last legs. It literally just happened like 4 days ago. And I was just sitting here, moved my mouse to the left a bit, and then it just went... And I was like, wait, what? And if you guys have had a Logitech mouse, a Razer mouse, and you've played like shooting games, it generally happens in FPS titles. Where you... I think it's because you move the mouse rapidly, can break the wire. And it's the wire's broken somewhere in there, and it's a loose connection. And if I move it to a certain way, it'll just cut out, basically. It really is sucky. Premier League tomorrow, yeah. I'm not really sure about football starting back up. I'm not really sure. Like how to feel about it, you know? Seems a bit desperate, you know? I know it's just so much money involved. I think they're only doing it because they've got financial obligations due to televised games. I think that's the rules. So if they didn't do the games, they'd have to pay back money, and that's literally the only reason they're doing it. And they're like straight up, they're just putting people's lives at risk to do football games, which is a bit messed up for me. Hopefully we can steal it. Yeah, it'll be tough. I'm just going to insta hit, and we'll see what team I'm on. I'm hella hyped for next season. Yeah, I'm not sure about next season. Just hit insta. Unless you got in, Danny. I mean, I'll get the second hit in. I'll put in a really strong defense team as well. They got both hits really quickly. That's interesting. This is some new faction that's moved in. Faction. Yeah. So what's the new guys that are scumbags? Okay, I've got some crates to open here. I did 5-star weapon in this region. This weapon, just because I've got a lot of tokens. I was gonna 5-star this weapon eventually, so I just 5-starred it to get the bonus for the event for getting the epic weapon and stuff. So that's that done. I'm not gonna lie, my life felt empty without basketball this year. Yeah, sport does make a big difference, even if it's just a minor distraction. I haven't watched any of Match of the Day or anything like that, you know, so I haven't seen anything in this time. No international tournament either, you know. It would be the Euros right now, so it has felt a little weird, not gonna lie. But it is what it is. Great, getting some more of these terrible tokens that we don't need. Give me some armory tokens or Sheila, please. Armory tokens. Okay. Okay, my roster's pretty empty. Look at that. Just look how just free it is. Free. Not sure how many 5-star trainers I've got. Let's have a little look. Persona. A lot of jobs at stake in football clubs. No top end football clubs are going bankrupt, and the bottom leagues have already like ended the season early. No top end football clubs are going bankrupt, and 100% if they were in any financial trouble, they could just get a loan from a bank and they'd just be fine. You know, I don't understand why football players were still getting paid full amounts though. That's what I don't understand, why they didn't forego some of their wages, because I mean everyone else had to do that. Okay, let's see how many 5-star bennies we got. Oh, not that. Okay, we have got a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I haven't got that many. 10. I hoped we had loads. Okay, I'm going to switch across to beta. And you guys can just tell me what stuff you want to look at, if you want to look at something in particular. I'm going to do the beta missions as well. I've done 90% of the beta missions. This is the only region I haven't done it on. Every other one I've done it so far. How you find a new update? It's alright. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to the way the roster stuff works. So let me just get the free claim in. I can just do some leveling and stuff. It ain't that easy for smaller clubs. True, but I'm pretty sure the lower leagues have already called on their seasons. I'm not 100% certain though. It's only the Premiership that was holding off in the Championship. Okay, so training grounds. We can do the convert, and I'm going to convert a lot. We're going to do just 1 stars. Oh no, we can't convert 1 stars. I still don't understand what's going to happen to 1 stars once the new thing comes in. We can convert 2 stars, and then we can convert 3 stars. I think and I love the fact that you can just select all. It's so easy, especially if you don't care about 3 stars. Just boom, convert all, easy. And that way, let's say you claim 500 basic tokens, you can easily just convert all the characters that you get. We're going to convert all our 4 stars as well. 52. These are parts of missions, that's why I'm doing it, because you have to get like Breeze. I think you have to get the Brian from this as well. I'm just going to select all. And that's why they give you loads of this Rick to just be able to do that mission. I'm just going to do everyone, it doesn't matter. So now I should have completed some missions because of that. Get some freebie coins. There we go. And then what are the other ones? I've got to do upgrader rushes, actives, and then actually upgrade the levels. The levels seems difficult. It's not too bad. Okay, we'll upgrade the active on Clem, or the rush on Clem. That's the rush maxed. This is how it's going to be after the update comes out with the slide bar and stuff. I have got my I've got a notepad file ready just to note down any bugs. I have meant to do this. I haven't had time to jump in beta since I initially did my run through. I can't really 100% remember what was the issues were around. There was issues around this actually, like for instance, let me show you. Here. I can still do 8 for some reason. It still shows 8 as green. Not sure why, so I'll write that down. Okay, that's that. And I think it's the same situation with the rush. Like, it takes me 1 higher. It's actually just 1 higher. There's also another bug which I want to show. I'm not going to do this first because the bug I want to actually show is actually pretty interesting. This can be fine. It seems pretty good. Like, that was really nice and quick, right? That was really nice and quick. I think it's when he gets into tier, because I've got a lot of food here. When it gets into higher tiers, we'll come back to him because he's a higher tier already. I need to hit like 2,700 levels or something and then upgrade 27 times for the extra coins. I'm just going to do that. Doesn't take too long. Don't take too long. I just want to get down on the food because I think it's an issue with food. Okay, I think we're going to be in the issue right now. Yeah, we're definitely going to be in the issue right now. So right now, if I go to the tier 3, when I go to max, like, it's saying I can afford that. Oh, it says I can afford it via, I mean, can I not afford this via, I can afford this via trainers, you can see. This is the amount of trainers that it's using down the bottom. If I lock like these two trainers, it only allows me to use a certain amount of trainers, and it's based on the food. Is it based on my max food? It's based on my max food. Okay. Let me just see this a little bit. Okay, I think if you unlock trainer types, it gets a bit weird. Like sometimes it goes. There we go. Look at how much higher I can get now. Is it because of the trainer type I was using? Yeah, look at that. If I just use 2 stars, right, it costs 1.4 million food, and I get to level 51. If I lock 2 stars and only use, let's say, 4 stars, I can only get to level 32. Wait, is that right? No, that can't be right. I could get up to level, but it's saying I can only get to level 32 when I hit max. Oh, it's because it's using these ones. What's that? Now I can get up to level 94. Okay. Okay, I don't think this is buggy. It's just based on the top food. It's just a little bit finicky. I didn't notice on very, very low level characters though. Like if I just level him up. That's him nearly maxed. It's love that you can do it all on this screen. Okay. If I go to really low level characters, it can be a little bit weird in terms of how it does the adjustments. Look at that, it costs the same amount of food. I guess it's because it's changing trainers. It's just a bit weird. Just a little bit weird. What's worse is that Spunks has pulled 3 of her. Of the oh, okay. That's crazy. I did hear someone like pulling a couple or like 2 or 3 out of their first run. It's like, what? Alright then. I wouldn't even mind her, to be honest. Like, I mean, I wouldn't level her necessarily. I just have a sort of like tier 1 for FA or something. She's kind of useful like that. I have arrived late as usual. It's all good. The beta missions going to be coming to the main game, or are they just coin rewards for testing and beta? It's just coin rewards for testing and beta, same as always. Like for me, they want you to test out these things are functioning because they're probably getting some sort of feedback not directly from people, but like actually like in the game, like there's issues here or crash reports. I was getting a crash report on, or like a crash issue. I don't really want to force it to happen, but like when I was hitting, I mean, when I was hitting max on Priya, just hitting the max button was making my game freeze for whatever reason. I'm not sure why. It was just making my game freeze. I'm not sure what was causing it. Seems to be okay now. It's like when she was getting to like level 90. Yeah, it seems alright on this one. It was in another region. There is a visual problem though. It's really obvious on characters like this. Just watch the animation when I click her, right? See when I'm clicking her, you see her back go in the air and it gets cut off. This is called clipping, right? It's a clipped animation within the box that she's in. So when she goes up, it gets cut off so it doesn't go over across the word skills or combat mods, right? However, when you level her up, I don't. If you click level up, watch the bat when she does this now. It goes through the text. You see it? It's very, very small, but it's a very, very small bug. But it's just, that's a visual issue. It's not going to be too game changing, but it is annoying to say the least. Because when you see it, you can't unsee it. It's that situation. It's to get it fixed. We want to get it fixed. It's small, but we want to get it fixed. Like if you notice any small bugs, even if it's really small, always try and get some screenshots of them or report them in some way. Because this is the best time. They're looking for issues to try and fix them. They may not fix them for the update. They may just be like added to be future fixes, but yeah. Oh, I do not want that. Okay. Look, on my beta region, I don't have all the characters like you. How do I get them? You have to claim something in your featured section. You get 20. I think you get 100 basic tokens, and then you go to the stash, and then you just claim this. Just fully claim the stash. And you get loads of trainers, S-class characters, and the likes. I got no trainers left. That's why they gave extras, isn't it? I don't know why they've given 550, because you always lose 50 as well. I don't really know. Maybe that's just to test that. I'm not sure. Looks like a layer issue. Not clipped to the size of the character image. Yeah, it's only on the actual level up animation though. So it's fine for the like. Well, it only really is on melee characters. Like it's fine when you do that, right? Heng Yan's gonna be really obvious because this sword is huge. So when we max out Heng Yan or do a level up on Heng Yan, look, watch his sword just go through the top. Really obvious, really, really obvious. It's not, and like I said, it's not that big a deal, but it's just like, yeah. Oh, so now I gotta suffer for the next 2 years till the next rip. Well, that wouldn't be a quality of life update. That would just be a visual update. They do those like a bit more regularly. They do those a little bit more regularly, to be fair. Quality of life ones, yeah, I agree. But I mean, they are quite big upgrades for very, very little back. And I've talked about this in the past in terms of mobile phone games. There's always a look. Does this make us money? And I don't mean like everyone in a mobile phone company is going to say this, but there will be the people who say yes and no to something happening. Does this make us money? No. Oh, you want us to dedicate a lot of dev time to that? Yeah, about that, son. About that. That's why I think we're getting a lot of events right now, because they're pushing out loads of events to make up for the fact they're putting all their dev time into quality of life updates. Which, I mean, I don't mind too much. Like, we've had 3 stack events a lot recently, which is a lot. I think stacking 3 events at the same time is too much. 2 is enough. 1 multi-week and like 1 short-term event at the same time is fine. But we've got Kendama right now, and that's the last day. We've got Kendama. We've got the start of... I don't know if it's actually in this region. We've got Kendama, the start of the Royal Flush event, or like House of Cards, and then we've got this other event which is the prison event. Is it the Razors? You sign up for it for free. Yeah. Sheila's. I wouldn't max out Sheila. You can just get her to maxed out tier 1, maybe tier 2 if you've got enough gear. You're not going to use her in raid teams much. She's mainly going to be for SR, and she's mainly going to be for Faction Assault. She's like, I'd say she's a top tier character in Faction Assault, because she's a lacerator who has a revive, which is an awesome combo. If the update will come out, do I have to open all my crates? I do it right now. Like, I've opened all my crates, unless your roster's really packed. Just in case you get any bennies. Every benny you get out of a crate, you just get a little bit extra. Because when the update comes, it turns bennies into the trainer in here. This guy. But it also gives you a Eugene as a 5-star in your roster that you can use either for Ascension, or you turn into another trainer, another Bryant. So effectively you're like getting extra XP out of it. Like Benny gives 12,000. So for every Benny you get like an extra 10% XP on top for every Benny that's in your roster. Effectively, if you want to change it into a trainer. I opened all my crates and I've got so many Liliths. So many Liliths. It's crazy. Somewhere in the middle, I think I've got about 60 Liliths for days. It's because I haven't been using them on anything but S-class characters. Max. All my other trainers. Oh no, I can't turn it up. The last time I was in stream, I said the community in my region was really nice. Literally the next day, some guy messaged me hurling abuse because I raided him. Imagine getting mad because you got raided. I mean, I don't know. I know raids mean... I know, like, someone's raid scores do mean a lot to some people. But, I mean, even then, I mean... Yeah. What's this? You have collected trainers, okay. Did I collect them? I think I did. Seemed to take them, but I couldn't click claim. Have I got trainers here? Yeah. Okay, we're nearly done. Just finishing off these missions, get an extra 70 coins. I think if I did this in every region, I got like somewhere in the region of 400 or 500 coins, which is just a nice little boost. That's why I'm up to 23k now. Moving on up. But no trainers. Okay, but no trainers. Trainers. What? What are you talking about, Kilo? What are you talking about? I failed 4 double chance Kendamas. Oof. Oof. Oh, I can do that. I can actually do that. Do you want me to actually do the the RNG and see if I can get lucky? Where I can do an extra roadmap because of it. I'm gonna do it, guys. How much does it cost? Does it cost 5 and you can get 10? Or 1? Is that right? I'll do that on my other region. Because I'm at like 8 and I can't get any more because today's the last day of Kendama. I don't know if I should keep pushing in raids. I don't know. If you actually want to win, then yeah. I don't think this week's tournaments are that big a deal. I'm not really into Laopo, and for some reason they're giving lower Laopo cards than Clementine in the choice box. It makes no sense. Like, this makes no sense at all. I'm guessing it was a mistake. I will take it, but I'm pretty sure it was a mistake. I don't have to open the crates, which has no trainers but gears. Oh, okay, yeah. I just open everything every now and again just to clear out my roster. I can understand why you wouldn't do it because you're not sure what gear you need because of S-class characters, but I kind of know the next 2 or 3 S-class characters I'm working towards. The only thing that could, you know, be a surprise is if I got a character out of the blue, which, I mean, that'd be a nice little surprise. That would be a nice little surprise. Not gonna lie. Okay, we're nearly done. I'll upgrade 2 more characters. I think we're done and dusted. That's 1. This is going to be 2. So we get the coins. Okay, I think that's it. I like this as well. I'm going to start using this for my reviews. Just click view maxed because it just looks cleaner, right? Like, let me look at a high level S-class. Let me look at a S-class character here. I mean, it probably shows view maxed here. Yeah, it shows view maxed here. Because on my test region, I actually have all the S-classes. I've got them in my roster. And if you click view max, it just makes the screen look a little bit cleaner. Because it removes some buttons, basically. Like, it removes the word ascend, view max, it removes the level up icon, it removes food in the top left hand corner. I think it moves the question mark as well. Yeah, it just looks nicer than that. This looks nicer. And I can still click stuff. It's pretty good. I'm at 11.5k, so committed top 10 minimum, but third is like 16.5k. I mean, if I were you, I would focus more on your solo league rather than raids. Like, are you trying to get somewhere in leagues this season? Do you want to get the Paragon mods? Might need to hit up raids a bit more later on in the season if that's the case. Okay, let's claim coins. Oh wait, what else do I have to do? Damn, I have to level up a few more times. Should be enough, right? I did the 50-50 yesterday and got lucky with 10. I was happy to get more armory tokens and get markers. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I think I'll do it because I mean I can't do it anyway, so it's no real big loss. Then we can open the extra crates as well. I think I can actually do the main room out. Okay, there we go. Coins should be ours. There we go. An extra 60. Oh, it will count. Way over. We're actually high enough to do a 10 pull and still have enough for a 100 pull. That's a nice situation to be in. We are over 10% of the way to our next 100 pull. I might just work towards the next 100 pull in the meantime. That's probably the smartest idea to think. Yeah, idea to go that way. So is there anything else you guys wanted to see? I'm not sure what happens with 1 stars. Like if you go to the world map, you can see that any completed stage of the world map, which I would have to go to one here, they do not drop anymore. Like Look, characters don't even drop here. Just trainers drop in the early stages for new people. In a way that's good, in a way that's bad, but I think the reason they're doing it that way in the earlier stages is because they give you characters as you progress, like you get a Rick and stuff, and they're trying to teach you how to do stuff that way. In the very early stages, you start getting 3-star characters potentially drop from around about prison. I think it was the prison. But yeah, you get these other trainers drop. Bo can be used on anybody. Megan is the rush upgrade for 5 stars and below. So yeah, it's nice for newer players, that, in my opinion. Let's see. I'm still in the War of Champions. I should probably transfer out of that. I'll do that at some point. It's like, wait a second. I think it's this region. I can do the 50-50 in. I'm about to win the current level up, and I'm gonna win the next one as well. Also, I think. So I mean, I guess you're going just for Clementine cards, just for the sake of it. It's up to you, man. Okay, what was the one that you could do? Double chance, cost 5. Yeah, I had 3 from the last Kendama challenge. Your Kendamas roll up. Yeah, they do. I think I'll just take the risk. I know that the odds are broken here. Like, it just shows you only got 1 chance, but it's that amount of Kendamas times 1, not Kendama times 1. And it's just not showing the amount of Kendamas because you're not meant to see the odds there. I have seen people get 10, so I know it's a real deal. Do you have a time limit to do this? Hopefully we get it so I can get some more bags. Nah, save gear crates still, I need them. It depends, right? Like, if you know right now, like I know right now, well, at least I knew for quite a long period, I've got 3 tough characters I'm working on. You could just claim all tough stuff, right? Cygnus, I've been asleep. All good, man. All good. All good. The thing you missed earlier was one of the saddest things you'll ever see on my stream. I got the 5% tough HP upgrade on my princess weapon and had to reset it because O is a scumbag. Because that is not what I wanted. I wanted 1535. He gave me the top end crit, which I do not need on her weapon. I don't need it. Do not want it. Not very useful. And had to reset it. It was a harsh reset. It made me feel bad. I started this situation with 9, yeah. What is canon? Some guys has messaged me thinking he knows me, saying we spoke in canon. I don't know what this is or who he is. Region? Canon is a region. I collected and locked 1 of each available 1-star from training grounds just for collection purposes. If they aren't available when the update arrives. Yeah, occasionally I'll open something early if I'm prepping a tune or something, but I mostly save. Now that they stack, it is a bit nicer. To be honest. I'm still a bit confused about the order of operations to get royal flushes for Lilly. Lots of different things going on for different cards. For different things going on for different cards across the game. It was in the blog. It seemed okay. You need 100 of these, right? You need 100 of these kings. You need 100 of every card that you see. So to get 100 kings, you need to get max milestone in 2 raid tournaments, which is not that hard. I think maybe just under max. I'm not sure. It might be max in both, but you get over 50 in this. But I think it's 63 or something like that. But that means you have to get max twice to get 100 here. Pretty simple to do. To get the 100 on the roadmap here, you need to complete this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. To do it 7 times, you need it both king and jack, so that's 14 times. And then you need 30 per one. 14 times 30 per one. Yeah, 30 per one. So that means you need 420 of these. You get 15 per run. Is that right? 15 per run. Divided by 15 equals 28. But you can do 2 a day. So you divide by 2 again. So in 14 days, you'll get enough of these. No, that doesn't sound right. 14 runs to do one. It takes... Oh, actually, maybe this is right. 2 days. Maybe that is right. Yeah. So in 14 days, you'll get enough of these to do 14 runs of this. Like 7 of each. And that's all you need to get Lilly. So that's Jack, Queen, and King solved. And I'm pretty sure aces in level up, they said you had to get 1.3 million 3 times. That's all you have to do. The cards are once a day. The cards are twice a day. Every 12 hours. Oh no, I missed that. Liz has come back. Yeah, I mean, if it gives me the best thing, it gives me the very best thing in the armory. Like, he gave me tough health, top one. I went into third one down, 15%, 35. So I had to reset it. If it was on a random weapon, I wouldn't have reset it, but because it was on her weapon, I had to. I pulled 6-star Clem when she dropped, so why not go for her if I can get cheap wins? It's just been easy. But I mean, Ivanova, or I mean, I think Ivanova's a better leader, honestly. Like, it's questionable. If Clementine did like more than a single hit, she'd be like interesting. Like if she was similar to Erin, damn, that would be sick. Yeah. What's up, Christy? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. And how long will the events be on? 4 weeks. 4 weeks. So you should be able to get Lilly after like 2 weeks. So you potentially could get 200 of these cards. 200 royal flushes. So where do you want to use them? Do you want to use 100 on Lilly and then 100 elsewhere? Do you want to go for like 200s into this choice crate? Get 20% of one S-class that you think would be better for your roster, like Priya, for instance. Or do you want to spend a little money and boost? Now, depending on how much they sell, because you're going to need, basically the only thing you're going to need, I think, is energy to run the Jack Queen roadmap, because the rest you can do from milestones. Pretty sure. So depending on how much energy they sell and how much they sell it for, straight energy. At the moment they're doing really bad RNG bags, which I'm kind of ignoring. But you would only need to do 100, I think it's 100, not even 100, I think it's like 90. So you need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe not. I'm not sure now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 12 extra runs. So it's a 12, I think 12, let me just check. 12 times 15. You need 180 energy from these crates. At the moment you can't really get a good one. Big bag o' decks. Oh, there. Okay. I just got done reading that out loud. I can't believe they called it Big Bag of Decks. These guys, man. Oh. I kind of hate myself right now. I think Clemmer is a better leader for Arab specifically. Alright, because of the defense down or what? And the fact that he'll rush quite early. I got so bad, and I did. I just read out the name, you know. I thought, hey, you said it out loud. I said it out loud twice. But it's because I'm streaming. I'm gonna say things out loud. That's how it works. Been busy, have family in town, but I can't stay away. You know me. It's all good. It's all good. I hope it hasn't been too crazy. Oh well. So how much do we need? 180 energy, and you got 1% again the goods, 35%, 34% again the worst. And how much did it cost? 250 coins. I mean, it could cost a lot. So 180 divided by 5 times. Oops, didn't mean to do that. 180 divided by 5. Yeah, stop it. Calculate. 180 divided by 5 times 250. 9,000 coins if you hit the minimum one every time. Yeah, but if you hit the max one, you could do it in 750. Yeah, that's not a very good value bag. 9,000 coins. It's crazy. That's a crazy amount. That's like a, you know, it's like a 40 pull. I mean, you do guarantee yourself quite a nice amount of collection items with that. And for some decent characters, you know. For the prison event, what are you going for? I think that crate for 175 coins is decent, as it can give 1k, which is helpful. What? For the prison event, 175. For the prison event, have I missed something? They got all my knives already. Prison break. And then you can switch things here as well, which is good. Unfortunately, the things that you need the least of are probably going to be aces and kings. The things you're going to need the most of are jacks and queens. In terms of, I mean, I think you're meant to farm jacks, queens to get extra aces. Aces probably will be quite hard to come by because they're within level ups. 175. Oh, right, and featured. Oh, this one. 50-50. What can you get with that? How much does it cost? 175. So for 250, 175 coins. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to get in this region either, to be honest. Again, crates aren't really that useful for me. Probably just going to go for armory tokens again. If I had max, it actually just adds the full max, not what I can actually buy. Okay. Yeah, just get some armory tokens. I'm going to need them. Okay, let's open this bag. Come on, let's get some. Let's get 10 Kendamas here, guys. I can run the big boy roadmap, and then we're gonna get Sheila. Is that the right bag? I guess that is the bag. Don't do me with the 1. Do me with the 10. It worked. My evil plan. Okay, we're gonna run the roadmap. Let's go. I'm gonna have to drop some energy to do this, but it's all good. It's all good. Don't forget you have the one. Yeah. It can be hard on stream now. I'm trying to carry 4 or 5 different conversations while actually trying to progress at the same time. Sometimes I can just forget stuff, man. It's just like, yeah. And then when I read out the damn bag of decks, I obviously get done completely. Yay, exactly. 50-50, but we get it. So we're going to get 8 more bags for the... What is the event called? There's so many events going on, it's hard to keep track. This one's a Kendama. This one's the Kendama. I really wish they went... Do you think 3 events is too much, guys? Do you think 1 multi-week and 2 small events at the same time is too much? I think it is. I think there should be a maximum of 1 multi-week and like 2 events at the same time. Right now I've got 3. Even though it's only like for this one, like it was only for 2 days we had 3. For 2 days it's just been insane. Like in terms of just remembering what to do, having to double check the roadmaps all the time, different reset times on everything, 8 hours for some, 12 hours for others. I'm not sure if I'm getting the right things. The missions are still there. It's just like my brain's just getting completely records. It keeps me busy. I mean, but 2 events would keep you busy, but it'd also keep you sane, right? When you read out the big bag hours, the high. Wow, I'm glad. I'm glad. Can I join in my local currency or is it USD? I think it's your local currency. If you click the join button, it shows you. It should show you. It doesn't make you pay instantly. It gives you options. There are like 2 main options and then there's a whale options. There is no whale that has hit the join button yet. Looking for that guy who basically buys every S-class character to be like, you know that Lockdown, he puts out good videos. I'm going to join that royalty tier. Literally pays my internet bill every month. I haven't checked how many likes we got. When at the beginning of the stream we had 8. What we got now? Hey, 58. Not bad, guys. Load of likes. Thank you very much for hitting the like button. It is always nice to see. The streams have been pretty crazy. I know it was obviously during lockdown, so I think things are going to go kind of back down to normal with live streams because people are going to have, you know, be a bit more, what's the word, busy, you know, have commitments. But some of our live streams over the last couple of weeks have been insane. We hit like 150 concurrent viewers at some points, and it's been mad. A lot of new names in chat as well. It's nice to see some fresh faces, and obviously the old school, the old guard, sticking around. The roadmap is brutal after getting the 50-50 bag. Trade a Minerva team on the last stage. Oh right, yeah. I have done that one a couple of times. I have failed because I take in like a pure damage team and just hit auto. What I'll do is I'll take in a. Actually, I'm not sure if it'll work. I'll take in my Pete team this one and see if it works. I need to space it out because it will overwhelm me. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'll watch this tonight since I'm weird and watch your videos all the time. Need to go finish dinner making cabbage rolls for the family. No worries. Enjoy. Have fun. And if you're like someone who cooks a lot, Christy, we have got a cooking section on my Discord, and you can make everybody jealous of whatever you're eating at any time. I can only cook like one thing. So I only ever put in things like pasta in there basically. I think 3 events is awesome, but they definitely need to make it less convoluted, especially with the cars event. I mean, it seems convoluted, but it's just because there's a lot of different things. It is straightforward. Like on the face of it, it seems convoluted, but it is straightforward. What it actually does though is it makes it more difficult to understand if spending money is worth it, and I think that's going to be more of it. That's going to slow down spending. Like if spending was really obviously worthwhile, like the Page and Dr. Stevens event was really simple because it was just one thing, which is trauma kits across everything, right? So the second they had the thing pop up where you got extra trauma kits daily login from Survivors Club, I was instantly like, that's worth, you know? That seems worth it. I'm going to do it. Whereas it'll take me a little bit of time to work out what would be worth it in this. And obviously I'd be able to work out it would be actually the energy for the roadmap, but it would just take some time. And if there's any sort of time that it takes to work out whether something's worth buying or not, it's not good. but no one's got a job. I think people still do have jobs. I mean, I know a lot of people have lost their jobs, and there's obviously horrendous situations at the moment. But yeah, can't stay on the stream for long, but keep up the good work. Thank you very much, Connor Jones. I did see a lot of people, a lot of new green names, and I saw some refreshes on green names as well. Thank you so much for keeping up the subscriptions in the lockdown, guys. Very much appreciated. But yeah, man, I mean, that's happening everywhere, Kurt, and I feel like it's going to get worse over the next 3 months. It does say something that, you know, entire countries' economies can't last for like 6 months. Like, they can't look after the nation that well after a small issue. This isn't that big a deal. Let's be honest, guys. This could have been a lot worse. It's terrible. It's really hard to deal with. Like, but this isn't as this. I'd say this is worse than the Spanish flu was, because the Spanish flu, when that happened, we had much worse medical like understanding than we do today. So, although at the same time, I think people were flouting it a little bit. Just idiots not staying at home a lot of the time. So it's a mixed bag. But I mean, it could have been a lot worse than it currently is, you know? In like 10 or 20 years time, or like 50 years time, when the human population goes up by another 20% in the world, that's when it's going to get real bad. So it's going to be... I love your content. Thank you very much, Maximus. One of our faction mates has Kyle as faction supporter, and he helps a lot on the last stage of Kendama, lots of control. Yeah. I'm in the other region at the moment. Lot can make Notchi, and that's it. I mean, that Notchi meal isn't just Notchi though. I could walk into like a, I don't know what you call it in America, like a Michelin star restaurant or whatever it's called in the UK, like proper like tier 1, and I could cook that, and you would think I was a chef, but the second you ask me to do anything else, I'd look like a plum, basically. I look like a plum. It's one of the best things I can make, but it's one of the only things I can make. Who is the best lacerator? It's a hard one. It's a hard one. There are a few in the S-Class era. There's Dayu, there's Sheila, Jason now as well. But I don't think any of them are like too special when it comes to their lacerator side of things. I'd probably still give it to like... I'd probably still give it to Jiafeng, even though she is a 6-star, just because the rest of her kit is so sick. Like, she's an actual bleed character, whereas I kind of don't see Dayu as a bleed character. I kind of see it as a bonus. I kind of see Dayu as a controlling character. They should have gave that 12-hour deck ram out twice for SC or something like that. No, they could have just literally given SC members 15 energy per day. So you've got an extra 15. Like, if you're free to play and don't have SC, you get 30 a day from doing the roadmap. If you're SC, you get 30 plus an extra 15 from logging in. That doesn't seem like much, but it would be a little bit extra, and it'd be enough to make the difference. Nail on the head, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, from a business perspective, it always just seemed a little bit weird, some of the decisions. Oh, get wrecked. Should have come in with the big hits. My thoughts on the card event is there's too much collectibles, and in my opinion, they should have one collectible to get like the Doc Stevens event. I think the reason they've done it this way is because they're trying to control. They're trying to make it a little bit more pay to win for certain elements within the reward structure compared to paging Dr. Stevens, for instance. And they're trying to control it via the roadmap energy, and that's why there's extra items. Right, so I can understand it, but I mean, it is pretty simple once you work it out. It's pretty straightforward, but it isn't simple to work out. Like, it isn't easy to. It isn't like the Paging.Stevens event where it's instant. You know, you click your fingers, done. I know how much a value of each one has. Easy. What does she do? Teammate what? So hit so hard, man. Let the Hunger Games begin. We are the worst in Europe. I mean, the countries that are gonna get hit the worst with any sort of pandemic are the countries which are tourist hubs, countries that are economic hubs, countries that are like just bigger, like socially everything's bigger about them. So it's by no surprise that it's going to be America and UK, and those countries are at the top, and then countries like Russia, which are not really economic hubs when it comes to, like, people don't travel to Russia that much to, you know, compared to traveling within UK and America. So it isn't, and I think it was Russian winter as well when it hit. So that is like one of the worst places to go in Russia. Is Russia winter? You don't want to go to Russia winter, like Canadian winter, that sort of thing. Very, very harsh if you're not used to it. Okay, what are we on now? Stage. Okay, we're not going to use Kenny. I think I've got some Mercers. Alright. I'll focus you. My homemade kebab is awesome. Nice! Nice. I hate it when she does her rush. Turn 2. Okay, one sec. Chill. Because they can wreck. If you get shilling now through the bags, that would be awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely take it. We'll definitely take. Okay, let's see if my peak team can do this. If not, I think it should be fairly clear. Yeah, I think we should be right. We can do double Pete as well. So watch the stats on some of these characters, right? Princess, Pete. I mean, he's not maxed out. This is a maxed out Pete. 10.5k HP. Wang Fa's maxed out. 10k defense and 7.5k HP. It's lovely. It's so lovely. And we're not going to get any AP first turn. We'll just attack her. Okay. Let's control you. And we'll just do heal reduction. We'll just do the active. Now, boom cannon. Oofty. Okay, we're good actually. Yeah, good. And we'll see if we can. Let's get going. I actually got shit and I did not accept it. You didn't accept it? Expect it? Uh-oh. Oh, they're still controlled. The heals are coming in, but my bonus HP should be high enough. Uh-oh. I think she got in, shielded that. Look at her HP. Got 14k HP. Very good. Don't overlook Carrie Ann, she's sneaky. They're all dead. Don't worry about it. It's just whether... Actually, I should be focusing her, right? Because she's the revive I should be taking. Oh, it's decap anyway, so it's all good. She is not OP, but great to have as... yeah, Faction Assault will be really useful. Did he just cleanse? Oh, he cleanses. Cheeky, cheeky, cheeky AJ. Cheeky AJ. He's got a cleanse, isn't he? Because he's not bleeding. Yeah, he's got a cleanse. Expect. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I guess that's what you meant. The number one faction in my region just disbanded. What? Oh, I don't know. Could have been infighting. Arguments generally cause a lot of issues in any games. Okay, they're not going to be long for this world. They're taking the hits though. I mean, I'm on ×1, but look at the bonus HP. It looks so beautiful. 20k HP on that far right Pete. Nearly 21k. 16k on my Pete. Even 9k HP on Sadiq. Bonus HP for days. What's up, Neo? Johnny? I don't think that team's going to work against the trader team. I mean, we'll try. We'll try. I'm not sure about the other character I should take. Maybe Angel, because she's got an. I mean, no, Pete, double Pete's good because the double heal potentials. I just got to kind of scatter them, and the bonus HP is awesome. Okay, so we'll start by charging. And then we'll do that. Oh, I messed up. Ignore that. Who am I going to try and... I'm going to control her because I don't want her lacerator to be a thing anymore. And we actually got the other lacerator as well. We normalized both of our lacerators. That's great. Okay, I'm going to try and control him. And we don't get. I can try and control him again. We don't get. So he's just resisted 1, 2, 3 things at 50% chance. I hate him. If he gets both my Pete's, I'm in a lot of trouble. And what would you know? Okay, he didn't. That's good. He's good. I genuinely think there's something wrong with the trader's resilient. It seems to, if he resists one, he seems to resist the second one too much. You know. I don't know how to explain it. I get them both again? Yes. I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you resist one thing that has 2 controls, the second one gets resisted almost by default. Oh, you actually got confused there. Amazing. I think we've won this. Should be good. Unless we have some issues with... Did he resist everything again? Did he resist both? Okay, he didn't resist both. That's good. Okay, we should be able to times 3. Well, I say this. I say this, but... he's still confused. Active, active. Are they crossheads? No, good. We're in trouble. I think we're done. We might be able to hold on. It's up to Princess. She can't die here. We just got lacerated. The revive comes in as clutch. I think we're okay. Just everyone starts dropping. We'll see. Oh, I don't know. 3 turns. I think I should just... I've got to attack, right? I can't... There's not much I can do. I mean, I should do this just to stop him from rushing. No, he resisted both, you know, because that's how he works. Come on, you better be done. Phew. He resisted. I reckon his resist was about 80% there, close to 90. He resisted everything. I think he only didn't resist something once, like 1 hemorrhage, 1 impair, 1 confuse. He resisted taunt twice. He resisted crosshairs, hemorrhage, and bleed once. Resisted both the impair and confuse once as well. His resists are much higher than 50%, it feels like. Let's see if it was worth the burn. Are we going to get Sheila out of this? That's the question. That is the question. Was it worth? I mean, it was worth no matter what, but we got some armory tokens. I wanted to just try out that team. I think it would have probably been easier on my normal team because I just have more control in there, but it's fun with that team. I say fun, it was a bit close. Hockey mask, 2 more. Okay, are we gonna get on the last bag pull? No. That's a negative. We do get a few armory tokens now. What are we up to? Is it showing here? Nope. Where does it show? I thought it showed in the general. It does. 172k on this region. Alright. Alright. Ooh. Let's go, Danny, if you're here. I can claim a weapon if I get this. Where are the teams at? Oh, I think I saw a mosquito out of the corner of my eye. Not what you want to see. Okay, it's not mosquito. No glasses, everything's a mosquito. Okay. So we'll hit the other region as well. I've got a princess weapon to claim, and if I get it, then I get it. If I don't get it, then I'll craft it again, basically. We'll have to wait and see. Black. Thank you. Hopefully it's someone from my faction. What is a good counter to Raulito? I can kill him quick, but his first turn bleed is a pain. Arav and Mercer? Pretty sure it's Arav and Mercer. Yeah. Who was that? Who's the hero? It was Danny. Okay. I'm going to open the weapon then because I can recraft it straight away. We're going to put it... Where are we going to put it? Down here? I think we're putting it down here. Nope, we're not putting it down here. It's the house. Okay. There you go. So, okay. Let's see if we can get 1535 here. We get a crit. 1535. Come on. Oh, 1535. The reduction again. Okay, we're going to reset. Got heal reduction 2 or 3 times in a row, I think. Okay. We're going to go for team player 4 again. We get this back on Thursday. And I'm going for an upgrade on this weapon. This one. Because I kind of want this one. Increase basic attack damage by 20% and basic attacks ignore defense bonuses. I kind of want that. That would be a nice boost for the adjacent thing. You do it like you're basically getting a 20% attack boost on that first turn for your splash damage. But if I get slow attack, I will just keep it. Those are the only two I'm going for. The bottom one or the top one. The other two are not useful for me. The bottom one or the top one. But I kind of prefer the bottom one. And then with my other splash damage weapon, this one, I'll make this a team player one, and I'll probably put this in the hands of Erin. And then that means that there'll be an extra 35% crit chance for Krista and 15% extra attack on top of that. I found the fast tune stage the hardest for some reason. The traders, I mean, it just comes down to RNG with the trader. You could just complete. I've hit him with my princess taunt first time I've done it, and he's kind of useless at that point. Got rampage on Priya's weapon on second try, and on the second blue weapon on my 5th try. Yeah, something like it's all about fortune. It's all about fortune. I wasn't even trying to get the top one there. I got the top one in my other region earlier on today. I had to reset it because that isn't what I wanted. Why they made the 3rd act so hard? I couldn't complete it. I don't know. It's just trader is ridiculous. It's because his weapon's bugged, and I might make a video for my main channel to highlight it. I did make a video and put on a secondary channel that I've got where I just put videos that I want to leave as unlisted and leave it, give to Scopely just to show them issues in parts of the game, or sometimes I show people in the community things I don't put on my main channel. But his weapon is currently bugged, right? Because currently, if you read, let's read his weapon, right? I don't think there's anyone who's got a stun on defense weapon as an S-class character, so I'd have to actually like whip one out. Okay, read his weapon. When being attacked, a great chance to cause 25% infection for 2 turns to the enemy. Okay, 2 turns to the enemy. All right. But however, when you attack him, and if you get that, it actually only lasts 1 turn. And that makes it really, really overpowered. Like, 2 turns is really hard to deal with, especially when he rushes you, because he's got a 3-turn taunt, and you can't get out of it. But when it only lasts 1 turn, you don't have characters that have things that can heal that quick enough. Like, Pete only does his active every other turn. That's a nice counter otherwise. But that only lasts 1 turn at the moment. So they'll attack, and at the end of that attack turn, it will count that as a turn. Whereas if you have it where it's bleed, it doesn't count it as a turn. If you have it as I think actually with bleed it does count as a turn. But that isn't what this is. This is more like stun than bleed. But with stun, it gives a 3-turn stun, because the turn you attack on isn't one of the turns that it is including, because it's, yeah. Lacerator kills trader. Has your thing 6-star manage. You have to do basic attacks on him though, and that's how you get infection. And you have to hit the bleed in the first place, which he can resist. So I mean, it's still hit and miss, and you still have to control him the second he rush. That's why it's a big issue. I tried twice on Mercer's weapon and didn't even crit. Yeah, L does suck indeed. I need to go for Mercer's weapon. I haven't been remembering the fact that I can actually upgrade his weapon. L been terrible for more than a month. It's annoying. He can randomly show up though, but yeah, RNG is real for L. I just took double prayer and got through 3rd stage in like 4 turns. Yep, it can go like that. But I was doing a lot of damage to him with rampage attacks, and that obviously doesn't proc his weapon and stuff, so that's nice. I just wanted to test out that team on net, and he just seems to have a bit too high resists. Seems to have a little bit higher than I was, you know, fully anticipating. I think he's got 50% resist when it seems to be closer to like 90% a lot of the time. And that's on the roadmap where he can't have immunity. Hemorrhage is too complicated. Hemorrhage was not resisted. Yeah, I mean, if hemorrhage hits, like that's why I had Wang Father. If hemorrhage hits, it's game over eventually. On the roadmap, especially. I don't think I've got enough to run it on this region. Oh, I can't actually do it because I've already run it today. Good. Okay. Good. How much long is left in this? 1 day. Okay, ages. You're in every region. I'm in 2 regions. The other ones were beta regions. Well, I am in a lot of regions, to be fair, because yeah, I had a bunch of regions once. A whole bunch. Just drop 20 queens on cards roadmap. I'm gonna have to check. I think I'm getting the roadmap wrong. Let me just double check. Cards roadmap, right? Someone said this earlier. On this one, you're sure you got queens? It doesn't list what you can get as drops. I guess you just gotta. I mean, I haven't run the other roadmap once, so if I've got anything, I haven't got any jacks or queens, but I have got 43 kings and 31 spades. So yeah, but you got jacks and queens to drop off of the normal 12-hourly one. The normal 12-hour one. I got 1 jack from Cars roadmap. I think the only worthwhile, you have to get variance of 5, otherwise the calculations won't change. I got 20 10s as well, yeah. 20 queens though. That's a good hit. That's like doing this roadmap once. That's like doing this roadmap once and a bit, to be honest. 20 is good. 20 is good. It was like 1,000,000%, 20 jacks in 1 region and 20 queens in. Wish they'd list what you could. I mean, I think they did in the event preview, but it doesn't list it on the actual map. It's a roadmap itself, so I have to reference it every time. Control Alpo, do not want that exhaust. I got a queen on the roadmap too. I got some good queen drops, some jacks map. Oh, okay, you did the jacks map. Yeah, I haven't done jacks or queen yet. I'm only going to do jacks or queen when I have enough to finish both. I think you can do one or the other, right? You don't have to do jacks first to get queen, which is kind of good. After league update, my game is glitched on arenas. How so? Which is better, material post or scavenger camps? End game is scav camps, but when you're progressing, you kind of do need a couple of material posts, or you need to raid a lot. And you have to keep your level up to do this well, because the amount of materials you get from raiding is based on your level. So you have to raid a lot. Oh damn, I actually didn't need to spend a can now. So unfortunate. How did I kill 2 though? Okay, it was the prayer thing. One time I killed an enemy which was revived without the team having a revival on a weapon. Can happen with bug characters. It happens with Guardian Shields, I believe. Something to do with Guardian Shields or stuff like that. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I generally leave it a week or 2, Cygnus. The only thing that's worth claiming generally would be the Royal Flushes. I claim 100 Royal Flushes no matter what, because you're probably going to spend 100 Royal Flushes either by getting by getting Lilly, or one of the other characters that is in, or like one of the other rewards that's in there. And yeah, the stuff that you can get with leftovers is nice, but it definitely isn't the main stuff, and that's all about Royal Flushes. Correct, however, the Queen's roadmap was locked for the first 12 hours, like other styles of 2 acts. Glad they unlocked it, so we can choose which one we want to do. Yeah. Maybe that was a complaint. Second time I killed all the team, but I still did an additional turn of an attack and lost your position. If they have some specialists, that can happen. Like, Outlast. On the first glitch, they had weapons with heal, and it revived the child killed with infection. No worries. Thanks for tuning in, Kilo. Yeah, we're not gonna pop another can. We're not gonna pop another can. We're not gonna pop another can. We're just gonna stay chill. Just gonna stay chill. Happened too fast, couldn't record it. That happens to me a lot randomly. Enemy gets revived when they're revived. Yeah, I've seen it happen sometimes with Guardian Shield stuff. Pretty frustrating. Okay, top milestone hit. So what do we get for top milestone? We get an update to Royal Flush because, yeah, that's it. Hit top milestone twice in raids and you do it. Okay. I can do a run through of this event. I would just basically just do the 12-hour roadmaps every day. If you want to hold off on using your energy on the 3-hourly roadmaps, you can. You don't have to go in on that until you understand what's going on. I can do a breakdown of this event probably on Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow is very busy for me, like IRL busy, but also probably a couple of videos coming out tomorrow. I haven't run the Jacks or Queens roadmap yet. I'm not sure what my energy situation is like even there. 45, so I can run one half. Because it's a 3-hourly roadmap, you don't have to rush your run on these 2 roadmaps. You can just chill out, which is fine. I'm just gonna get some survivors. I think that's it. Let's help the next one. 14. Okay, boom. I did start my crafts, yeah. Okay, crafts are ready for Thursday. Awesome. And what have we got running here? Let me just double check. I think we've got stun on attack. Yeah, I'm going for a healing stun on a crit weapon. Like, basically like a guardian shield or disarm. That sort of weapon. And we're going for team player 4. We want that 1535. It's not one of the higher crits, but we're struggling to get. We've got the heal reduction one quite a few times. We've got the 25% chance to heal a teammate, and we've even got the top one. We need the third one. We've got the top one before we got the third one. That sucks. That sucks. Okay, let's see the energy in the other region. Is the next war on the weekend or after this, or this weekend? This weekend there's no war. Because the transfer is still being open. Did this event start today? I've been away from the game for like 2 weeks and don't know what's going on. Yesterday. I dropped a video on my channel about it. House of Cards. It's got Lilly as an S-class character available in there, which is kinda nice. 18 minutes on the last Kendama. Oh no, sorry, 45 minutes on the last Kendama roadmap, guys. You want to run this? You get a Kendama bag. You either run the last Kendama roadmap or save that for the next Kendama event, because they seem to bring back Kendama events quite often. Quite often. Okay. Let's see. Let's rest and replenish and have a little war break. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what the aim was. Okie dokie, guys. I actually come up to the 3-hour mark on my stream. I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Quite a long one on the stream this time around. But we, if we're having a good bit of fun, why the hell not? Why not? I want to give a big thank you to Dimas for hitting the join button here, joining at tier 1. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Dimas. And we also had a donation from Mr. C, which is 20 Swedish SEK, which I believe is the Swedish krona, of course. But I think it's like $1. Thank you for the $1-rino. Appreciation to the max. I will be streaming on Thursday, guys. If you want to tune into my weekly stream on Thursday, you see me, I've got the weapons running. We're going to have a bunch of platinum mods. We're not going to have many gold mods because you know why, guys? Because we straight up cannot buy gold mods anymore until I get promoted one more time. Which kind of sucks. Kind of sucks right now. Because it's just gold mods. It's not like it's anything too particular. But that kind of makes my streams less amazing when it comes to stuff to do. I'm not sure what else I've got ready for Thursday. I might have one Ascend ready. I think I'm still working on some random characters. I think I might be able to get a character in position to actually claim as well. Maybe my second Minerva in this region. Let me look. How close are we to getting her? Okay, we're not that close. 1200s on the second 5-star. I don't think we'll be close enough. But hey, it's going alright. It's going alright, guys. I'll see you on Thursday. We'll definitely have videos out between now and then. There's going to be a new character released on Thursday. Promo character by Scopely. And my promo video should be out tomorrow night. So stay tuned. Let me see how many likes we had on the stream at the end. 69. Nice, guys. Real nice. Real nice. We're going to end the stream there. I think that's a good spot to end on. Take care, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.